instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
It's warm outside, but sizzling inside BJ's Wholesale Club with red-hot summer savings. Get scorching weekly deals like cherries for $1.99 a pound and $1 off green grapes and corn with a digital coupon now through July 21st. Not hot enough? Get up to 25% off grocery store prices. Plus, same-day delivery and curbside pickup. Crank the AC and we'll bring it to you. Then fill up with everyday low prices at BJ's Gas. Not a member? Join now for hot savings every day. BJ's, absurdly simple savings.
Hurricane season is here, Orlando. When storms threaten, stay connected with the station you trust. Before, during, and after the storm, Real Radio 104.1 is your lifeline. Get real-time updates, emergency alerts, and the latest from local officials all in one place. Listen live on air or stream us anytime on the iHeartRadio app. Stay safe, stay informed. Eustace Roofing is the official sponsor of iHeart Stormwatch coverage. Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at eyeCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click GreenwayKias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
There's an app for your music, an app for your photos, even an app that tracks your steps. But only one app brings you the live radio dial and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets you can tap anytime. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, PAY, P-A-Y, PAY. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a stacked up program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock, Jaden comes in. It is our video game segment. We'll be doing a review of Little Kitty Big City, which I played today. We'll also find out what's going on in the video game world. Jaden will do that around 4 o'clock. Sports with Brandon Kravitz at 4:20. 5 o'clock hour, we'll have it out Alan Harris, Seminole County Emergency Manager, to talk about preparation and some other things that really kind of were spurred on by the Texas floods. We'll end it up with a conversation with Ray Trinley. We'll do You Heard It Here first. Your calls, text, and talkbacks, plus 4 opportunities, win $1,000. Welcome to the program. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can find us on YouTube. Leave us a talkback if you'd like. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment on down the line. Pay is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Pay, guys. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure.
Yeah, get that money.
How you guys doing today?
Dragging ass.
Dragging ass.
Sorry.
You don't have to. I mean, there's nothing. You don't have to apologize for that at all. I've had a very, very.
We had a bad week. It just was a
very challenging weekend. I've used the word challenging. I don't know if you guys ever do that to yourself. Instead of using a word that really kind of weighs on you, you look at it a different way. And I've kind of picked up on this from a couple of people that I know. Rather than saying it was difficult or hard or brutal or anything
sucked.
like that, or it sucked, you just go, it was challenging, because that kind of leads you with the mental context that it was just a speed bump that you could easily get over.
Does it feel like a speed bump that you could easily get over?
What it feels like is a 2x4 full of nails swinging toward my face about every 4 seconds.
All right, there you go. I get that feeling too.
And it was brutally hot.
Oh, my gosh.
So was yesterday the hottest day? Was it a record?
I believe so. You mean the day that you decided to do 2 rounds of yard work, Jack, and Jim, you decided to go and play golf?
Right.
Yeah, that day.
And even my wife, when I came home, my wife goes, oh, yeah, I push mowed the entire side yard today, and our side yard is ridiculous. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? I came on, I walked in, and her face was like fire engine red. And it stayed like that the rest of the day, dude. It was crazy. I went out and played golf Sunday afternoon around 1 o'clock. It was the only time I had available because I had things to do that morning. And played with John Brown from Fox 35.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, nice guy. He invited me out. We'd been trying to hook up and play golf together for a while now.
Oh.
And this is the first time our schedule kind of allowed it. And man, was it. And the good thing is, and he even said it, he goes, man, we played a golf course with a lot of cover, like a lot of trees.
Right.
And we were able to dive into shady areas. Oof. And even then, by about hole 15, I told you guys how much water I consumed in Gatorade that day.
Well, it was like a gallon and a half, and you said you did not.
I did not urinate until this morning.
Which is incredible.
And even drank more when I got home. I just could not. You know when you get that Jack, you worked outside.
Yep.
When you get so thirsty, it seems like you just can't quench the thirst. I mean, every sip of cold water is just another. It's like you're pouring it into an ocean.
I just made sure it's like, when in doubt, I would stop. I would rest for sit down and just drink water.
Oh, yeah.
Water,
that photo you texted us yesterday, I almost cried.
We brought extra towels just to keep cold, so that we could wrap them around around my neck and stuff like that. Just because it was pretty. And I wore a Tilly hat. You guys know what that is? It's kind of like a half.
Is it a fisherman's hat?
It's kinda
it's got a flat,
it's got a full brim. Full brim that kind of hangs over, so it covers my whole neck and face and stuff.
So important. You cannot go out there without a hat on.
Yeah. And it's even different,
especially you.
Different than your ball cap hats that most people play with. I started playing with this other hat just to cover my neck because the sun is so.
It is.
And we're going to lead into a conversation a little bit later about sunscreen. Because this kind of came up talking to John, because we got to the end of the thing, and he goes, hey, do you wear sunscreen? I go, man, I got to tell you, I got a brand new bottle in the truck, but I've been reading about sunscreen, and I don't know if it's just a thing now, but sunscreen is really kind of hitting some weird spaces, right? We knew about the coral stuff,
right? Yeah,
right. But I've been reading the sunscreen really isn't good for you. He looks at me and in a non-conspiratorial kind of said. Kind of response, he said, I think his stepdad was a doctor for years.
Yeah. Really?
And he said that he specifically remembers his stepdad telling him that he didn't start treating skin cancer cases really a lot. They didn't seem to be very prevalent until after the advent of sunscreen. Now, again, I'm not trying to start a conspiracy, but he just said that was one of those things. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later today, too.
Especially since that also coincide with the degradation of the ozone layer.
Yeah, maybe so. Who knows? Yeah. And then my wife actually said something, because we talk about this heat a lot. This has been a really kind of one of these dome things. We have more coming. She said that, I found that it seems like, and she didn't know if it was because we were just getting older. It seems like that it's harder to stay outside for a longer period of time. And I said, well, every generation says that. And then she said something kind of crazy to me. And I don't know if you guys have heard this before. I mean, I don't know. She said she'd heard it before. She says, humans have evolved to need air conditioning. And I found that kind of interesting. I was like, really? She goes, oh, it was just she was just being silly, kind of in a theory. She goes, she goes, no, I think humans have evolved to need AC, because if we think about what we were just talking about the other day, about the idea of your body's evolving. People think it takes thousands of years, but we know for a fact it hasn't really been like that. That people, you will evolve in certain ways that allow you to acclimate to a certain environment in a much shorter period of time.
Go to a Poe neighborhood. You're going to see not a lot of evolution going on there. Those folks just trying to survive in this kind of heat with every fan, every...
And that's what I'm kind of thinking. It was kind of weird. I was like, well, there are people over in the Middle East and Africa who live in temperatures that are 112 degrees every day of their life. I mean, that's normal days. In the summer, it's like 112 degrees. And it's not a feels like. It is 112, and it feels like the sun.
Right.
Right. So anyway, we're talking about that. Kind of funny. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Started a new series today. I go to watching no TV to watching a lot of TV, called Untamed, with Eric Bana and Sam Neill. Pretty darn good. Checked out another episode of Dexter. Pretty darn good.
Well, you got some TV time in there.
Yeah, man, it was good, man. How about you guys this weekend?
I went and you'd have thought I was going into a war zone. Went to go buy Ross's birthday gift on Saturday. Happy birthday, Ross.
Happy birthday, Ross.
Happy birthday, Ross.
And I made sure I knew exactly where I needed to go, how long I needed to run, and brought an ice-cold bottle of water just in case it took a little bit longer than I expected.
And it was indoors or outdoors?
No, it was outdoors. It was the yard stop.
Oh, yeah. I know where you are.
Yeah. So it was like, all right, we're going in there, and then we're going over there, and then we're getting in the car.
Yeah.
And even then, just that short amount of time, the back of my thighs hit those black leather seats. Wow. And instantly smelled like bacon at a Waffle House.
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't say that out loud.
I squealed, butt shot up in the air.
You should not say that.
Well,
yeah.
Truth in advertising.
All right, 77031. By the way, your 3 o'clock keyword, like I said earlier, was pay, P-A-Y. Simply go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Also got caught up in some seriously gross, had you been filming it, it would have been basically my life story scenario, logging on to my Xbox to play Little Kitty Big City.
Well, actually, we did take a couple of videos of your first video game lesson.
Yeah, Jaden comes in today, started a new segment a couple Mondays ago. Jaden came in, and we're doing a video game segment. One of the first things that he gave me to do was do a review on Little Kitty Big City,
right?
Which is a game Jack had spoken about. Said he'd started playing it. It was just kind of fun, kind of one of those things where you just kind of use it to kind of waste away a little time.
I wish our YouTube channel had already been up when he was trying to tell you which finger makes you jump, which finger makes you...
Look,
and why are you so angry?
He's a perfect cat, though.
Half the battle with playing these games is the damn controller. The controller will scramble your brain.
Not the user, but the controller itself.
It's the controller. Look, I know it's the user because, I mean, you got to make it operate. It's an inanimate object. But either way, like, I kind of used to pride myself of being able to multitask.
Not anymore.
I do not do that now because, I mean, Jack's like, yeah, you got to turn so you can see it. I'm literally yelling at him, shut up. I'm trying my very best. I'm trying to get this cat to jump and then look left, and it's harder than any math problem I've ever done.
But the most amazing thing is that out of the three and four of us, you are the most cat-like personality. Don't give an F. You'll just yell. get angry, knock stuff over.
Oh, I got to tell you, my favorite thing about Big Kitty Little City, or Little Kitty Big City, is the ability to just swat stuff off. I went right into a kitchen and immediately just started knocking everything off the counters. It was great.
Then he walked in paint.
Oh yeah, so good to be a bit of a menace out there.
Yeah, exactly.
No repercussions.
That's why you're the perfect cat.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Again, if you'd like to send a talk back, you could do that as well. Just grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, Stefan Sterns has his day in court. The tropics are active as Florida bakes, and there's FOMO, the fear of missing out, and there's JOMO, and where Florida ranks. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
JOMO.
Sounds
like a Hardee's shake flavor.
Doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
And it's probably tasty.
All right, back in a sec with news and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's off-ramp backup from I-4 westbound to US 27. Keep an eye out for crews on the roadways there. A crash is getting cleared up, blocking multiple lanes on I-95 northbound past US Highway 1, mile marker 273. You're going to run into some slowdowns once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75. And the roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
The 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival is brought to you by Metro. With their new lower prices, the celebration starts way before the festival. Big savings so you can focus on your favorite artist, not your phone bill. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
In Central Florida, real estate can get complicated. Whether you're a first-time buyer dodging bidding wars, trying to sell before hurricane season, or just tired of your HOA, the Nickley Group has seen it all and solved it all. From cash offers to dream home hugs. Call the Nickley Group today, Orlando's home team, helping Central Florida home buyers and sellers feel right at home. Download our free home buyer's guide at thenickley.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Immediately.
we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Delta helps you see the world. The Delta experience leaves you ready to take it on. Delta's dedicated crew is there to anticipate your every need, and the app puts you in total control at every step of your travel journey. Stay connected to what matters most with fast, free Delta Sync Wi-Fi. So flight time feels more like me time. With exclusive partnerships and SkyMiles rewards, every part of the Delta experience is designed to make the journey part of the joy of travel.
You know that thing called AI? Supposed to make the workplace super efficient? Well, there's something better. DI, Delicious Intelligence. It's tech that helps make work efficient and yummy. Leading the DI revolution, EasyCater, a workplace food platform that connects you to tons of favorite restaurants with tools to save time and stay on budget. Need tacos for 20? Falafel for 40? A variety of vegan breakfast sandwiches? Now that's a tasty prompt. Join the DI revolution. Order now at easycater.com.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offers subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Deb, dragging ass? Yeah, it was so hot I got that. That's where your butt gets all scaly and it burns because it's so hot outside.
Oh, my God.
Dragging ass.
Oh.
Hey, everybody, I'm Swilly. So, Jimmy, you were talking about having a Tilly hat. I got one of those as well. It's got the little sun cowl that covers the back of your neck. And a trick that one of my friends taught me out when I'm out fishing, I bring a separate water bottle along specifically for keeping that cowl damp. It's having that ice on the back of your neck. It's just beautiful. But Tilly's a great brand. I've had mine for years. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.
Thank you, buddy.
I love you too.
It's I think it's a lifetime replacement. Like if it tears or breaks or anything like that, they'll replace it for free.
That's awesome.
Damn expensive up front though. That's the thing.
Well,
it was a gift. My father-in-law gave it to me because he loves his so much. He goes, and then we wore them together once, and my wife said, "Don't ever do that again." Don't ever walk around with dudes in matching hats. Don't do that ever again.
Come on.
You guys look like an old gay couple. Please don't do that. Off to Disney Springs. I'm going to see what the specials are today. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Pay is your 3 o'clock keyword. That's P-A-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Jack, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, JCS News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, unfortunately, the man accused of raping 13-year-old Madeline Soto has pleaded guilty. That's not the unfortunate part. It's the part he doesn't have to stand trial and potentially face the death penalty. Today's plea deal was approved by the court just one day before Stefan Sterns' sex crimes trial was scheduled to begin. The plea covers the sex crimes and the murder charge, which would have been handled in a separate trial. The murder trial, I believe, would have started in September. Sterns pleaded guilty to sex crimes and no contest to murder. The judge accepted both pleas. Apparently, some of Madeline's family and relatives were reportedly in favor of Sterns accepting a plea deal, which had been under negotiation since last week.
Yeah.
Of course, this spares the family, the jury, everyone in the court from having to watch the sex abuse material that they had reportedly found on his phone.
Yeah, not to mention hear them argue it. And
yes.
Then, I again, there are a lot of cases I would say, you got to go through with it. They deserve it more than anything. But, man, this family, I wouldn't even say the mom. I would almost kind of omit her, but the remainder of the family, it's just not a good thing.
There is a bloodlust you see when something like this happens.
Yes.
I'm looking at a text right now, and matter of fact, Deb opened the news, and you said, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He signed. So, I don't know. You'd rather just...
I feel the same way sometimes, Jack, but I have to tell you, this is one of those few cases I would say that I think maybe this sentence will be actually worse than a death sentence. I don't know how they would, I don't know where he will be in population, but...
I don't like the fact that he got to plea no contest. I think, if anything, her relatives deserve to understand why he took the life of a girl who had literally just days before turned 13 years old. I'm with you, though, Jimmy. I still feel that her mother has a lot of questions to still answer. But attorney Eben Self tells News 6 that Stearns' lawyers could have reached that plea deal because it allowed their client to avoid the death penalty. All right, for the fourth consecutive day, there is a heat advisory today for every single county in Central Florida until 6 p.m. Feel like temperatures are going to reach triple digits. I think yesterday we got up to 110.
It was 101 without the feels like in my truck when I left the golf course.
What?
101 degrees is what my truck thermometer was saying.
Wow.
Those things always run high.
Yeah. It's a white truck.
Right now it's 95 degrees.
Of course it is.
With a feel like of 106. There is the potential for widespread showers. Up to an inch of rain could fall from the strongest storms. Meanwhile, the Hurricane Center is monitoring a disturbance in the central Atlantic as Florida bakes under that heat dome. National Weather Service meteorologist Robert Moleda says the hot, dry air is actually a storm killer.
Going to be encountering conditions that are not conducive for formation, such as, for example, this dry air, the Saharan dust, as well as a little bit of strong winds aloft, or wind shear, as we call it.
This is what's so cool. He says that Saharan dust acts as a filter, and it prevents the rays of the sun from hitting and heating the surface of the ocean. That's the fuel for storms. So that's part of the reason why it never allows tropical weather to really brew up when the Saharan dust season is underway.
Interesting.
Moleda says the Saharan dust will likely prevent the latest disturbance from becoming Dexter. Sorry. All right.
I have no connection. It's fine.
Florida is Florida is the 9th most expensive state to rent housing. That's according to a new report called Out of Reach 2025, The High Cost of Housing. The National Low-Income Housing Coalition compiled the report, which compared the median cost of rent to the income levels required to cover that expense in each state. Floridians must earn how much an hour to comfortably afford a market rate one-bedroom apartment?
$30.
Wow. That's a big ask.
I thought that I read that the combined income of a family with 2 kids to afford an apartment in this city, in this state, was in the $75,000 range.
I'm going to go $25.
31.
Damn it.
Yeah.
$31 an hour to comfortably afford a market rate one-bedroom apartment. The current market rate is more than $1,600 a month.
Yes, sir. It is brutally
Actually, I'm a
expensive
man.
out there. I know. I just, in general, it's just a brutal market out there, man. It's so expensive.
Blaise Ngolia has been officially sworn in as Florida's new chief financial officer at a ceremony at the Capitol in Tallahassee. Florida Supreme Court Justice John Curiel administered the oath with Ngolia's wife Julie holding the Bible. Governor DeSantis praised Ngolia's conservative record and said he expects the new CFO to aggressively audit local government spending.
All I can say is any of the big spenders in these local governments that are not watching tax dollars wisely, you better buckle up because there's a new sheriff in town.
Partner.
Okay.
Ngolia replaces Jimmy Patronis, who resigned earlier this year to run for Congress.
That old sheriff's out of town. We got a new one's coming into town. You better buckle up because we speak in movie quotes
from the 80s.
Come on, man. How about just govern and shut up? Just govern. You're doing a great job. Just govern and be quiet.
Oh, but for me, I was reading the tea leaves in that. I was like, oh, I know who's supposed to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Well, they have
Orange County, anybody?
they hate the blue dot. That's for sure.
Yes, they do. And they're doing their best to rub that little bad boy out.
Tallahassee hates the blue dot.
Yes, they do. All right. In the meantime, Ron DeSantis doesn't appear for now to be considering another run for the White House. Governor DeSantis was on Fox News last night, and he was asked about running for president in 2028. But he said he just wasn't thinking that far ahead. He says he has enough challenges on his plate now, and when it comes to worrying about things down the line, quote, that's just not how I roll, end quote. DeSantis adds, quote, we're putting up wins daily, and we're going to continue to do that through the end, end quote. DeSantis' term expires in 2026.
That's an interesting statement from him. I would think that maybe he would have put a little bit more thought into it than that. And I'm not saying that as a slam. I'm just saying you would think that the current climate would think that he would have a shot at maybe achieving some votes there. But I think maybe he thinks Vance is a little too ingrained into the fiber of MAGA before he can get back in there. They don't like him already.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does change his mind.
He's overqualified for that crew.
And what's also interesting is the brouhaha about Casey DeSantis entering the gubernatorial race has kind of died down a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Democrats on Capitol Hill are filing legislation to defund and shut down alligator Alcatraz. State Representative Anna Askamani of Orlando wants to stop Governor DeSantis' executive orders.
I think in this moment of crisis, there needs to be a lawsuit filed for emergency injunction to stop the governor's ability to weaponize this outdated executive order.
The bill also looks to guarantee congressional access to all immigration detention sites. State lawmakers also say they could file legislation demanding more oversight, but with Republicans in control, nothing is likely to gain traction. All right. For those in the country illegally, the simple act of driving comes with major risks. The Orlando Sentinel reported yesterday the majority of ICE detainees in Lake, Osceola, and Seminole counties were arrested during traffic stops. That's based on a study of those being held on ICE detainers between January and April. The Sentinel found the birth records for almost 200 detainees, and it found 99% are from Latin America. Orlando lawyer Philip Arroyo says people with brown skin are being pulled over with the sole intent and purpose to see if they have a valid driver's license or not. A Homeland Security official, though, tells the Sentinel it's disgusting and categorically false to suggest anyone is being targeted because of their skin color.
Okay. The one woman got popped by taking her dog on
to the beach.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. That was like literally the last story I read this morning before I shut my computer down. I was like, man, she's just walking her dog on the beach and walked it into an area where dogs didn't belong.
Yeah.
And that's all it took.
Yeah, and Sheriff Mike Chitwood said, listen, we don't want, we would much rather be putting drug dealers behind bars.
Right.
But the law is the law.
Yeah.
We have to do what we're doing. So, I mean, and in the meantime, you don't have to have a license to have a baby. But, man, this next story is going to make you wish we did. Because an 18-year-old mother in Lake City is facing felony charges after police say she left her 2-year-old daughter in a hot car outside a movie theater. Officers responded to reports at Regal Cinema on U.S. Highway 90 on Saturday and found the child flushed, sweating, and crying inside the locked vehicle. It was 94 degrees outside with a heat index of 107 when police broke the window to rescue the toddler, who was then taken to a hospital for treatment. Investigators say the mother, DePoro Mario, returned to the theater to finish the movie after the child became disruptive, and now she faces a felony child neglect charge.
Unbelievable.
You failed. You
Yeah,
failed
yeah.
the test.
Yeah.
You failed the test.
But now what? Yeah. Well, now what? And now what do
I'm
you do?
sorry
with
you failed the test.
What do you do
can't
with the
be
kid?
a parent anymore.
Yeah. Now who's going to be the parent?
Right.
So crazy.
Right.
So crazy.
You leave her in a hot car so you can go finish your movie.
Yeah. I had to say what them dinosaurs
What was the
gonna
movie?
do.
They didn't
It's
say.
Jurassic Park. I had to see what them dinosaurs was going to do. I had to put my baby
Well, this next one,
screamy baby.
Maybe
someone
it was Superman.
Someone needs to meet the belt. A man is facing charges for excessive speeding in Seminole County. This guy, as far as I'm aware of, under the new super speeder law, I believe his speed has been clocked as the fastest in the state. Did you see the number?
I did, and the funniest part is what he thought he was doing.
Yeah.
This is the funniest part of the whole story is when they asked him how fast did he think he was going.
Okay, Jack, do you know the number?
I do.
Okay. Well, for those who do not, Octavius Hunt was arrested yesterday morning on I-4 East near mile marker 91. That's right near Altamont Springs. FHP says he was driving 155 miles an hour in a 60 zone. That's almost 100 miles over the speed limit. Hunt was charged with a misdemeanor while his car was towed and impounded for 30 days. The bad thing is he wasn't alone in the car. He had passengers as well. Told troopers he was, I'm just going to a friend's house.
Yeah. There's a Challenger, right, or a Charger or something like that.
Exactly.
So one of those things doing 155 miles an hour. And I think the quote I loved most was like, how fast do you think he was going? He goes, I don't know, about 80. Or double that, I guess. About 80. That's cruising speed on I-4, buddy. You're doing way more than that. 155 miles an hour. Like if you had wings, you could easily take off.
I just
at 155 miles an hour.
When I heard that story this morning, all I kept thinking is, I know you can't do this, but in some cases there should be an age limit for the kind of horsepower you get to drive off the car lot. You know?
It's true.
I really do believe that.
Over 2.5 times the legal speed limit.
I mean,
and it's still just a misdemeanor. He had 4 people that cops probably saved their lives.
But the new super speeder law.
Oh no, super speeder. I know he's going to be in jail. His car is impounded for 30 days.
But it said just a misdemeanor. I mean, even it could be a 3rd degree though. I mean, that's a little bit juicier, but
I guess. I mean, I would think he'd be looking at some serious jail time at 155 miles an hour.
maybe you'd have a wreck at that speed.
Oh,
it,
my
it
God.
upgrades it. I don't know. It's too fast to react.
Exactly.
That's the thing that people don't realize when you're going that fast. You can't react. The car's going in a straight line. You can't even it's even a lot just to move it from one lane to the other at 155 miles an hour. That's why drag cars don't turn.
All right. Speaking of driving, Florida gas prices are averaging $3.07 a gallon of regular unleaded. That's down a penny from Sunday. 14-cent jump, though, from last week. Still 5 cents below last month and 29 cents cheaper than this time last year. AAA says prices continue to bounce within a 30-cent range, driven by stable oil and gasoline markets. No surprise. The most expensive metro areas include West Palm Beach, Naples, and Gainesville, while the cheapest are in the Panhandle. National average is currently $3.14 per gallon. Turn your eyes to the sky later today. You may be able to see a rocket launch on your drive home. SpaceX is planning to launch a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The 2-hour launch window opens at 5:12 p.m.
Really? Today?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right.
So real quick, the super speeder law.
Yeah.
He faces up to 30 days in jail, $500 fine.
That's what I thought.
First offense.
That's what I thought with the first offense.
Yeah, second offense, 90 days in jail, $1,000 fine.
Yeah, at some point you need to lose your license. though.
Exactly.
At some point you need to lose your license.
And he's only 20.
Yeah.
So again, if
a
you're
repeat offense within 5 years could result in revocation of the license for up to a year.
Yeah.
I do believe, if you're over there getting a Hemi or a Hellcat or something, and you're 18, that salesperson would be, I don't know. Yeah. All right, good news. The defending Little League World Series champs could get a chance to defend their title. The Lake Mary Little League team from Seminole County won the state championship in Melbourne yesterday. They beat Bayshore 10-0. For their third straight state title, Lake Mary now advances to the Southeast Regionals in Georgia next week. The regional winner advances to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. If you remember last year, Lake Mary became the first Florida team to ever win the World Series, and we had spoken to their coach, Anderson, about
nice
that.
Guy. Yeah.
All right, real quick, if you're from baseball to soccer. Yeah.
Wait. Jim, do you know what that is?
That's Dave Matthews.
You know what show this is about?
No clue.
Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso. There you go.
Yeah, the fourth season of the hit Apple TV Plus series Ted Lasso is now in production. The streamer announced today that filming has begun in Kansas City. It also shared the first photo of returning cast members Jason Sudeikis, Hannah Weddingham, Juno Temple, and Jeremy Swift on set. The upcoming season will see Sudeikis' Ted Lasso character return to Richmond to coach a second division women's soccer team. Ted Lasso won this many of the 61 Emmy Awards it was nominated for during its first 3-season run.
60. I mean, I'm serious. It seemed like they won every. I would go 40.
Yeah, that just seems so much. I'm going to go 20.
Points, Jack, 13.
Damn, really?
Isn't that crazy? They were nominated for 61 and only won 13.
Yeah.
That seems crazy.
I think what's crazy is 61 nominations on only 3 seasons.
Yeah, up against like Succession and shows like that, though, too, right?
True.
I mean, yeah.
All right, so there's FOMO, the fear of missing out, and now there's JOMO.
Joy of missing out. Joy
of missing out. Points, Jack.
Hey,
good job,
right.
Jack.
Right
Good
on
Lord.
the button.
trying to
Joy of
write a
missing
joke
out. So sometimes we all, like to recharge our social batteries or just unwind after a busy week of work, and you just know you've got that social obligation that you just really don't want to have to do. So Solitaire, the site where you, of course, play solitaire, set out to learn where Americans are embracing JOMO the most. Who do you think embraces the most joy of missing out? These are the top 3 states for joy of missing out.
Top 3 states of joy of missing out.
Yep, they're most likely to embrace JOMO.
Texas, Arizona,
Louisiana,
Vermont.
Oh, all right.
I got none of them.
Louisiana, Hawaii, Alaska.
You guys missed the hint. I said we are most likely to embrace this. It's actually Nevada, Georgia, and Florida.
Really?
What are the top 3 states that are least likely to embrace the joy of missing out?
California, Texas,
Louisiana,
Vermont.
Jack?
Hawaii, Alaska, Louisiana.
It is a Groundhog Day. Actually, New York, Missouri, and New Jersey residents.
Okay, so explain to me, the joy of embracing that means Floridians are more likely to not do stuff?
No, they're going to, like,
they don't care.
If you have to cancel going out to dinner with friends, or you're going to go hang out and go play pickleball.
Yeah.
We're in one of the states where we have no problem with that.
I look forward to the cancellation.
Well, there was a whole series of like Instagram videos of women who are like these like they're just kind of homebodies, and they're like, this is what happens to me when my friends cancel that dinner at the last moment. She's all getting ready and stuff, and goes from like, oh, sorry, we can't make it tonight, we have to reschedule. Like, and then the next scene, she's in pajamas, popcorn piled up, exactly what she really wanted to be doing.
My other one, my favorite, is the husband is in the background beeping the beep on the microwave while the wife is calling into work saying, I'm in the hospital right now. They're just running tests.
That's great.
Well, it turns out more than 2/3 of Americans are likely to feel relieved when they miss a social event or gathering as they enjoy the break. And nearly 2 in 5 Americans frequently turn down plans with others in favor of time alone. So let's see. Oh, here we go. What do you think are the top 2 excuses to get out of social engagements when you're, and they're not entirely true?
Sick and kids. In other words,
I'm sick of my kids too.
I don't feel good, or a kid-related issue.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's actually not feeling well and being too tired are the two most common excuses Americans use.
Kids work better, though, because the tired thing, they can say, you know what, just come on, suck it up. Let's go.
Come on, man.
Put your big boy pants on.
Yeah, if you really wanted to be here, you'd show up.
If
Oh,
you
my
loved
God.
me, you wouldn't miss this.
I used my kids so much when they were younger. You have no
You
idea.
did.
Can't make
Hey.
it, man. Kids not do,
Hey, they owe you that, right?
And it's so funny because Tom and Dan used to bust my balls about it all the time when we all worked together.
Right.
And then now they do the same thing.
It's called karma. And that concludes your JCS News.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is pay. That's P-A-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this Monday, we've got a real hot one on the way. Now, I know it's July here in Florida. It's like complaining about snow in Alaska, but it's going to be a little hotter than normal yet. And that means we'll top out at 95, but the feels like temp, the heat index, 110. Now, there's going to be a 60% chance for a dinnertime thunderstorm. And then tomorrow through the middle of the week, the weather story changes from heat to rain with an 80% chance for soaking storms through Wednesday.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about Life Imaging FLA. And for sure, if you have a family member that you think could benefit from the free scan over there, you got to get them over. Man, if you know somebody whose family has heart issues in their history, again, get them over there. Here's the thing, man. When this scan from Life Imaging FLA looks at your heart, it gives you a score, your calcium score. I had a 0. That's the best you can get. Got lucky there, right? But man, if you get in there and you have a score of 1 or 2 or whatever, the cool thing is if you found that early, now you could go to your primary care doctor and you guys could start building a plan of medications and therapies to make sure that you're around for years. And you can only do that when you're proactive with Life Imaging. Don't be reactive. Don't wait till you start getting those symptoms and then go to the doctor. It could be too late at that point. Catch it early. That way you have a chance at staving it off and making sure that you are around for your friends and family for years. And remember, there are no dyes. You don't have to take your clothes off. No injections. This entire thing only takes a few minutes long. But don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you do it. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say that keyword free heart scan. That's it, pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. Make that call today, guys. Take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto text message from iHeartMedia.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration, here to help 24/7, 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Are you worried about long-term injuries after an accident? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Before you settle, know your rights and know your options. Visit justcallmo.com. Let's make sure you're covered. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
What sets International Diamond Center apart from those big box jewelry chain stores?
The problem with big chain stores is that they're all run by corporate.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
That means the people at the store level just plain don't care much.
At IDC, you're not dealing with a bunch of retail clerks. You're working with a true jewelry professional who's not on commission and not beholden to a bunch of corporate dictated rules and policies.
When you're in the big corporate world, everybody operates out of a manual or a big book of rules. At IDC, we don't have a manual telling our people how to deal with customers. We empower our people to take care of those customers in the way they would want to be taken care of.
Get the respect, guidance, professionalism, and genuine care you deserve from people who put you first.
We tell them point blank, do whatever it takes to make the customer happy, period.
International Diamond Center, locally owned, internationally connected.
We want them to take care of you, protect you, and make it the best experience that you could possibly have.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Monday at 6:20 on the Jim Colbert Show. Ray Trendley and the Colbert crew will be discussing all things law and not law on a variety of topics, from the latest legal news to the best new movies.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Man, that woman, or should I say child, barely adult, leaving her kid in the car to go watch a movie. Good God. Just despicable. That being said, do we know what movie it was? I'm really tired of showing up to duds, and this sounds like it was a banger. It was worth killing your child over? Let's go.
That's a very good point. Superman's what it was.
Jurassic Park people chimed in at 77031 saying, nah, we're not that stupid.
Why do I have a camera showing me playing Little Kitty Big City?
We have a fourth box that we have to fill up. And we have our guest camera. And so
Jaden just poked his head in to watch me kind of tool around with Big Kitty Little City. We'll be doing our video game review and segment here in just a couple of seconds.
What do you mean watching you? He was taking over for Jack and training you.
Well, the funny thing is he's like, yeah, hit the X in the bumper. And I'm just now, because there's a trigger and there's a bumper, and I'm still trying to figure that out.
Exactly.
The right bottom toggle, it's where you're looking. The left one is where you move. Then everything else, man, I don't.
You're correct. See, you just described that perfectly. That is the first part, is getting used to the controller, and that's why this game is better than all the listeners start them with this and start them with this. These complicated games, you need to kind of get familiar with the controller, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm talking to this crow. This crow knows everything.
You talk to the crow. You knock some planters off the ledge.
Oh, yeah. I scored, by the way. I scored the soccer goal.
You did.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yay.
There's a soccer ball. You have to swat the soccer ball around and score. Don't you dare yell that at me in a patronizing manner, Miss Thing. No. It doesn't work like that.
What a good boy.
All right, 717. I got to tell you, I'm a pretty cute little kitty, too.
You are a cute little kitty.
Black with green eyes.
I'm wondering if I take the controller, if I could play it by watching through our YouTube video feed.
That would be cool.
And if it was a game, you'd beat me. You can't play against people in this, right? There can't be other cats in there, right? It's just a single thing, right?
Yeah.
Interesting, man. I got to tell you, it's so fun. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge in the video game thing for me is still just kind of learning the controller.
Right.
Watching my kid play or Code Black or any of those people play, that thing's like an instrument in their hand. It's like you're like a virtuoso. I mean, it really is. It's like playing piano.
You'll
There's
get
like
that
three
way.
or four things going on at one time, and they just know it. It's just like it's involuntary for them now.
Yeah, so I took a couple weeks off from playing the game. And that's why for me, I'll play one game and then kind of stick with that, because when you change games, obviously the controls do different things. And so then, I get acclimated to one game, then I got to, every time I jump, it's like, okay, wait, no, for this game I got to do this instead.
Oh,
so
right.
For me, I just I stick with one for a while and then I move on.
Very cool. And then Jack told me how to jump, and it says, well, it gives you a little. This is where you're going to land. This is how far.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I do not care the way that Deborah is looking at me. I don't care for it.
Maybe she would like to play.
She does not want to play.
Little Kitty Big City.
She wants to mock.
Sure, I would.
You want to mock me playing. That's all you want to mock. That's all you care about. That's all you care about.
It's just so
what
cute.
a shame.
Real Mobile 77031
What a shame.
wants to know, does Jitterbug make controllers for oldos?
You know what, dumbass? Oldo is not even a word. That's how stupid you are.
It is cute, though. And
do they, though? Do they make a big pad one?
They don't.
Keeps you relaxed.
I need a button that says cat looks up, cat looks down, cat looks left. Like one of those Simon
Frank.
games back in the day.
We could make labels for
There
you
you go.
for
We'll-
your controller.
We'll go to the engineering office and get Frank.
Yes,
we'll get his
please,
label maker.
Please walk into No Nonsense Pittsburgh Frank and ask him to make me a controller so I can tell where everything is.
I already had to interrupt him on a phone call to get the extension cord we're using to plug in the game.
He's well aware.
Oh, yeah.
You can't label your controller because the idea you have to be looking at the screen, not your
That's
controller.
right.
Are those Braille, by the way?
They are not.
They're not. No. 88 compliant. Got to be careful.
Yeah. Here's
Gotta
a
be
controller.
careful.
Now that's Braille, so you know what buttons you're hitting. Unfortunately,
You can't see the screen.
Oh, yeah. Totally forget it's for blind people. They take all the video game fun away from blind people when they don't put the Braille on the controller. Yeah. All right. Well, Jaden will come in here in a second and make complete fun of me while we're doing this. What?
No, I just want to encourage people that, when we do go to break, it's worth tuning into our YouTube channel to watch Jimmy be instructed on how to play Little Kitty Big City. That crow's waiting to talk to you.
I've been talking to this crow. This crow doesn't know anything. This crow is just
what did
an
the crow
enigma.
tell you?
An enigma of rules.
He's actually helping you out. He says, you're in quite the pickle, aren't you?
let me get my controller.
Let me have a think.
Let me see what it's going to say to me next.
Get your controller.
All right. What's it going to say next?
Oh, I've got it. How about that inferior flying that you wingless creatures do with the huffing and the puffing and the claws? It's like he knows Jimmy.
It's like, do you mean climbing? I don't understand. Why do they have to have such a conversation all the time? Like every time I find this stupid crow, I got to talk to him for half an hour.
There's a story that's progressing, and he's actually helping you. As you progress in the game, you are going to develop more skills and be able to do more things that you can't. Remember that wall you were trying to climb? Later in the game, you'll not only be able to climb it, but the further you get, the more fish you eat, the higher you can climb.
See, because right now he just told him that he's hungry, and he's been hungry since he fell.
Yeah. It's so funny because the cat, when I stop pushing the button to forward the conversation, the cat turns and looks at you.
Yeah.
The cat will look at the screen as if, what are you doing?
Hello, dude. Hello.
Did you pass out again? Another giant bong swat and you pass out again?
My cats would hop up on the TV. Bingo got right in front of the TV just watching this cat.
Are you serious? It recognized that cat?
Yeah, so I made him turn around, and then the Y button meows. So I kept yelling at him, and they were going back and forth.
That's so cool. That's the only bummer is that we couldn't get the audio on this.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us.
Jimmy's meow.
You want to leave a talk back, you can do that as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send it on down the line. Up next, we have our video game segment with Jaden and a fresh keyword coming up now.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews are off to the shoulder clearing up that accident on I-95 southbound before U.S. Highway 1 mile marker. 273 there. Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas. On the major roadways, you're going to run into some slowdowns once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. There's off-ramp backup from I-4 westbound to U.S. 27. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Man, here in Central Florida, it's hot. You hear these weather reports all the time. Feels like temperatures in the 110-degree range. That, my friends, is why you need a reputable AC company that will always take good care of you. For me and for Jack and for Ross and for Deb, and for so many Central Floridians, it's Mills Air. They've been doing it for 30 years here in Central Florida, and their techs know these brands inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. Even better, they're Carrier Factory Authorized Dealers. That's important. It can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your appointment. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with our third and final night of the Real Radio Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series, Saturday, August 23rd, when Sabrina Ambra from the News Junkie takes the stage. Get the details at realradio.fm/comedy.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You know, you upgrade your phone, you upgrade your car, so why are you still stuck with outdated vision? Glasses and contacts? Man, that's old tech. At the Filatowski Eye Institute, we bring you the ultimate upgraded, clearer vision. Ditch the hassle. Level up your life. Schedule your free consultation today with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Simply call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
You worked hard for your 401k.
But if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS, B-I-L-L-S, BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
After morning Colbert Carew. Aw, yeah, Jimmy, what a good Jimmy kitty. Aw, yeah, you got that goal. You got the soccer ball in the goal, Jimmy. Oh, what a good kitty.
Okay, Jimmy, yeah, I'm sure it's the controller that's the issue. To hear Jimmy tell it, the Titan submersible would have been just fine had a millennial had the controller in his hands. I'm sure it's the controller, not the operator, right? Like, had the guy had a PS4 controller,
look, dude,
Xbox 360
you can shut up. I'm trying to find shinies for this bird.
I'm sure they would have been just fine, Jimmy. It's the controller, not the operator. Right?
Yeah.
Tip your game creators.
Now, when I pick up these shinies for this crow, because I got to trade this crow shinies for a fish.
Correct.
When I pick them up, I can just drop them anywhere as long as I've picked them up. Is there somewhere I got to drop them?
When you pick them up, you're holding them. You don't have to worry about dropping them. But what I learned late in the game, have you come across any cans in the street?
That's the one I got a can right now.
Okay, that's not a shiny, but you can recycle it. There's a recycling bin, so you pick that up, and you have to bring it to the recycling bin. You got to clean up the place a little bit.
I don't know where the recycling bin is, though, but I'm just going to run crazy. Oh, there's another cat. Let me go swat his ass a little bit, see what's up.
You sure you want to do that?
Oh,
Bigger
no.
cat, older cat, sleeping?
Right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bills. That's B-I-L-L-S. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
You guys give it up good and loud for Jaden. Hello. Got to name this segment eventually. It's our second one.
I have 5 written down. I can't decide which one's good, though.
Spit them and let's hear them.
Now I got to pull up the Google Doc. Hold on.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Because last time, I'll recap, 2 weeks ago when you came in, it was getting Jim accustomed to playing games, and the game you suggested he played, you and I talked, and that was Little Kitty, Big City.
It's very fitting, I feel like. I feel like he's really enjoying himself.
Yeah, it actually
you sound like his therapist.
I think I just bit an Asian man for no reason.
That's okay. That's part of the game.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
it
nice.
is, yeah.
Very nice. I might have been real life too.
Yeah.
So it worked out great.
Oh, well.
All right, give us your 5 names.
All right, we got Lore Dump, we got Quick Save, Unskippable Dialogue, The Respawn Report, and Nerd Talk.
Oh, Nerd Talk has been taking a bunch, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's number 5.
Yeah, okay, very good.
I kind of liked it too.
Yeah.
What and 4 was
The Respawn Report.
Respawn
what is that?
So
the Respawn Report.
No, respawn. Like in the game, when you die, you respawn.
Come back to life.
Respawn.
Yeah, respawn.
Oh,
That's
there you
probably the most appropriate.
Yeah, he'll be dying a lot. What's the second one you had?
Quick Save.
I kind of like that.
What is? I mean, I don't get the reference though.
It's so instead of like manually saving, going into like a menus option, you can just press a button and it quick saves.
Oh, very nice. And that saves all the
whole game. Yeah.
Everything you've accomplished
Your
up to that point.
Pretty much.
Got it.
The button I always forget to hit.
Yeah, because when you don't and you die, everything since that last save is now
It's like a Tom Cruise movie.
gone into the ether.
Very good. Well, Jaden is here. Obviously, we started this segment a couple weeks ago. Every Monday or every other Monday, Jaden will slide by and we'll do a video game review. He gives me something from the what's the pass? What's it called?
Game Pass.
Yeah, the Game Pass collection, and then I go try it out. I give a review of it, and they'll give us some news and information on what's going on in the gaming world. Let's start with that, then we'll get the review at the end.
You want some news?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's a huge month for Xbox this month. Helldivers 2 is coming out, which is an exclusive from the PlayStation. So this is one of like the first PlayStation exclusives to head over to Xbox. Now, it took a year. It came out on the PC and the PlayStation a year ago. So we've just been sitting at the Windows seal just like, I want to play.
How many games are in that world? And you're gonna be informing me throughout this segment so I can understand how many games kind of exist in that world where PlayStation has kind of a grip on it and Xbox players want it really bad and it's in the process of being switched over, or is it really that many at all?
It's a lot, and most of them aren't getting switched over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if Sony owns it, it will never come to Xbox, pretty much. Sony is the worst when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's their incentive. It's like,
Right,
hey,
yeah, of course.
you got to buy a PlayStation.
Right.
You want to play our game? Like the Spider-Man series.
Yes, I bought a PlayStation just for those games. But with the new Xbox that's coming out, believe it or not, a new Xbox is coming out, even though that one just came out 7 years ago.
What?
Yeah, it's just now getting leaked, rumors, but it is confirmed it's coming out. This new Xbox is basically like a mini PC, pretty much. It's a PC just trapped in a mini Xbox.
Really?
It's insane. All up to date, like PC parts are going into it. They even have like cross-access stores. Now, this isn't confirmed, but it's heavily rumored. We'll be able to go onto Steam and the Epic Game Store, which is a way we'll be able to get PlayStation exclusives because they go to Steam. So Xbox is trying to find a way without involving Sony to get all the exclusives on every platform.
So
and I love it.
Microsoft and Sony, they're like bitter enemies when it comes to the video game space.
Blood and Crips, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Explain what Steam is.
Steam is where you buy all your games if you play on PC. If you play on a computer, you go to Steam.
So it's like the App Store for PC.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because the PC that I have that I use to do everything show related was built as a gaming PC. My buddy built it as a gaming PC, even though it's not. My son hooked up our fiber internet to it a while back when we lived over at the other place and said it was like the most amazing thing. And like everything happening in real time, no lag, no nothing. So and the thing is, I've heard the PC controllers are easier to control.
I don't feel like it. No, learning a keyboard and mouse is like learning a new language.
Is it really?
It's so hard.
Is it really?
If you think that's hard, you would lose your mind on a keyboard.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind.
We don't want to do that.
No,
I only have
not at all.
Got a tiny bit left. What else in news?
News. So, hold on. NCAA just came out 2 weeks ago. Last time I was here, I told you about that. It was first day. That's the only game I've played since I've been here.
Right, and you said that was going to happen. So this is the college football version?
Yes, college football. Me, my brother, and a couple buddies, we started an online dynasty with god-awful teams. My buddy is the Akron Zips, Missouri State Bears. I'm the Hawaii Super Rainbow Warriors.
These all sound like minor league baseball teams.
That's how bad they are. We started off in the USA Conference, and we're just building our way up. Year one, I won the conference. I got moved up to the Pac-12. And now I'm getting stomped by every single team. I'm a 60 overall.
Right. Everybody is like 5 times faster and stronger.
It's disgusting.
Now, is it harder to play the football games? I'm getting freaked out by by this on Little Kitty Big City. I can imagine, like, with all the commands and things that have to happen during a sports game, that you really have to know this thing inside and out.
Yeah, because there's so many, like, buttons that do the same thing. Like, I could press the button to throw to someone, but there's a certain way you have to press it to throw, like, a bullet pass.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? So I feel
or a combination of commands to make it do that?
Yeah, like if you press left bumper and X, you throw a high pass.
Growing up, like, for the longest time, the Madden football games were my favorite. And because of how complex they got, that's when I stopped playing, because it required so much practice time to be adept at it. Because, Jimmy, pre-snap, the buttons mean something different. In the play, they mean something different. And there's just so many different things you can do. You put a guy in motion, see if you're in man coverage. It's just like, it's crazy. Calling audibles.
Somebody said we should call the game, the segment Jimmy Joystick or Joystick Jimbo.
Jimmy does joysticks.
I don't know if I name it that.
I'm not doing that one. No.
Let's pick the porn Friday.
Geek speak.
Yeah. I don't want people sniffing my joystick to see if I'm guilty. What else you got there, big dog?
Colbert's console class.
Oh, there we go. And for Helldivers 2, that comes out, I thought it came out this month, and then I redid my information. It comes out next month on August 26th. But that game, when that game comes out, it's going to be like my NCAA. I'll play.
Helldivers is what? Is it like...
So, yeah, I never explained it. It is basically, it's better than any Star Wars game that has come out. It's basically Star Wars, but without the IP. So you go to these different planets, and you just exterminate these aliens, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gone. Well, you said Helldivers. I was like, oh, we get a game about diving. I get to swim and go underwater.
No, not at all.
No, not that at all, huh?
You can drop, like, space nukes on these people, and they're, like, crazy. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait for this game.
This is like an entirely different language.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. So let's get into the review here, because we only have, like, 3 minutes left. I played, obviously, it's on behind you. I played Big City, Little City. Phew, geez Louise. Little Kitty, Big City. And the funny thing is, I brought my Xbox in because I could not log on at the house. I had some really big problems. I think I would have to create a new username in the whole 9 yards. It's definitely not me.
You could have just stopped at, you have really big problems.
But I brought it in. Jack uses his account so I could play it here at the station before we came on there to do the review. And to be honest with you, it is fun.
Here we go.
Well, no. I promise it's fun. It's a little overwhelming at first because I'm sitting there just kind of running around, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Jack's like, you're not doing anything. I'm like, well, I'm running through the city. It's a hoot. And Jack's, you got to do this. You got to swat this. You got to talk to this. You got to, this crow is going to be coming at you every 5 minutes and stuff. But it's kind of cool learning the game while you're playing it. I think that's been one of the most interesting parts.
I won't lie. When I first started playing it, I was like, what do I do? What do I do right now?
Right.
I was doing the same thing you were doing. I was just walking around. And then I found this chameleon. And I just, ever since then, I kind of got the grasp of it.
Wow. So is it different for
No, but and a lot of these games, they're built so you, like, that first portion of the game, like almost the preface of the game is you're learning as you're playing.
Right,
so
yeah.
You notice Jimmy got to a certain wall and it'll say, hey, if you do this, you can swipe things off. And so when you get to certain points, it's teaching you something new until eventually you've collected all the skills.
Jack and I are different people in this sense, a number of ways, but this sense for sure. Jack reads instructions. As a rule, I am not an instruction reader per se, especially with something like this. So that thing's popping up stuff and it's reading. I'm like, I don't want to read. I just want to run and jump and do all the fun stuff, right?
I'm absolutely with you.
And Jack, but when you read the stuff, he's 100% right. It kind of gives you the directives of what you can do in the game to kind of get the things you need to get and make the character do more and stuff like that. So I've learned to start paying attention to the dialogue in the game. When the characters on the game start talking to my character, I got to pay attention.
You're already learning more than me because when I was playing Little Kitty Big City, I was just spamming A trying to get done with these conversations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was just like, dude, you're talking way too much for me.
Are you sure he's not yours?
He's not my son.
Okay,
No.
just checking because that was like listening to a younger you from just 30 minutes ago. It really was. It was like, really? You're still talking, Crow?
If you're just tuning in, Jaden's here. We're doing our video game segment. We haven't named it yet. We'll have something by next time, and I'm playing. But I will tell you, I think this is a fun game. It is not exhilarating by any means, but it is very relaxing.
It's a chill, yeah.
Which I did not believe that a video game could be. It's almost like a Zen garden kind of video game, because with the cat, you really aren't forced to do anything. You could legit just walk around in this virtual world and just kind of watch stuff, and it's actually kind of cool. It was very relaxing. When I started playing it a second ago, Jack bailed and had to do some other stuff, and I sat there and I was just like, this is great.
I keep worrying, though, that every time that man walks behind that bent-over Asian man, that someone's going to get accosted.
He might.
I did find that the graphics are pretty rudimentary.
They're okay. It's a cheap game. It's all right.
Is that how they refer to this? This is a cheap game?
Yeah, it's only like a gig. Yeah, it's someone probably made it in their house.
Yeah, and some of the games we're playing are what? The bigger games, they could be 100.
Yeah. Oh my God. Dude,
Like
some
a Red
games
Dead?
get up.
Well, the Diablo thing took me like 40 minutes to download or something. It was crazy.
This took a couple minutes on work Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When I get you playing Red Dead, it's like a 200 gigabyte download.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
For Red Dead?
Okay, I'm so excited for that.
Okay, so if this is a Class A entry-level game for me to try, and I'm going to continue to play this because I think it's kind of fun, right? And I'm going to get my wife involved with it as well because I think my wife would enjoy doing this as well. This is something I think my wife would really kind of acclimate to. We may wind up putting the Xbox on the big TV in the front room rather than in my studio. I have a little TV in the studio, but I may wind up putting this out in the big room so we can all play with it on the bigger TV. I think that may be kind of fun.
My wife would actually watch me play this.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you have next for me?
Now, this game is a little upgrade in difficulty.
Now, when you say little upgrade, are we going A to like Z?
No. We're not going A to Z. We're going to like A to C. So
Okay.
we're skipping B a little bit.
Okay.
But I was going to have you go to F. It was going to be a lot worse. You're going to play My Friendly Neighborhood, brand new game that came out on Game Pass.
So My Friendly Neighborhood.
Yeah, it's basically Muppets Go Evil, pretty much. It's a horror game.
I may check this out.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's your face that you made when you said Muppets Go Evil, as if you've been waiting for this moment your entire life.
Maybe I have. Yeah, it's pretty wacky. You shoot like a revolver that shoots letters. It's a wacky game. It's very fun, though.
A letter shooting revolver? Like I'm writing a letter to Jack or a letter?
Yeah, no, like I'm shooting the letter L at you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. It's wacky. Yeah,
Sesame Street on acid?
There you go.
There you go. It's a horror game. It's kind of like Resident Evil, but you said you like puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles.
Really?
Yes. So I
What's it called
thought
again?
about you. My Friendly Neighborhood.
My Friendly Neighborhood. Are you writing that down? Somebody writing that down?
I wrote it down.
All right. Do you know about the game?
I do not.
You're welcome. I'm putting everyone on.
He said you're welcome. Take that, bitch. You're welcome. Well, great job today, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Of
I
course.
like it when you bring a little bit of news for us, little updates in the gaming world so people kind of understand. I think you're probably tuned in more than the average person.
That's all I do.
Any of these updates, I'm sure our gaming friends out there will love hearing. And, of course, I love it when you give me challenges to come in and do this stuff so I can learn this world and actually have a conversation with my son again.
I just had a vision of it. I just had a vision of his parents when he just said the gaming, it's all I do.
Yeah.
Just pictured his parents like, that's our boy.
Yeah,
we know.
Doing another shot, trying to forget. Trying to do it.
That's why they're on vacation.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, you guys give it up for Jaden.
Yay!
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you in 2 Mondays with an update for
My Friendly Neighborhood.
There we go.
There we go. Have a great day, guys. Adios.
Where can people find you on social media and stuff?
So my Instagram account got suspended this morning for no reason, but when it's back up, at the Jaden Grimes.
At the Jaden Grimes.
Yep.
Wow.
Jayden.
There you go, buddy. We'll see you soon.
For
See
no
you soon.
reason.
For no
Right
reason.
now.
No reason.
Was there a reason?
No, but they really did take my Facebook and all 4 accounts. No clue. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm just a little old guy. I ain't do nothing.
I got a bad feeling about that. Lock the door when you leave. All right, we'll see you. All right, 407-916-1041. Don't forget your 4 o'clock keyword is bills. That's BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that up for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need. You're going to run into some slowdowns once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound due to an accident before State Road 44. Multiple lanes are blocked there. Traffic slowing down on the Turnpike southbound before that Osceola Parkway exit. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-95 southbound before Old Dixie Highway, mile marker 278 there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Eustace Roofing. These guys are awesome, but don't let the name fool you. Yeah, it is Eustace Roofing, but they do serve all of Central Florida, and they have been serving Central Florida for many years, 65, since 1959. And I'll tell you something else. In 2021, they were the National Roofing Company of the Year. 4.9 Google rating with well over 1,000 reviews. This is the team to hire. Not to mention, you'll never find a cleaner work site in your life. They do have no interest financing. They do serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on site so it fits your home perfectly, and they could even satisfy your insurance carrier by either cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Just get with these guys today for your free estimate. It's EustaceRoofing.com. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Eustace Roofing.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You guys know I love a good deal, and with Sam's held over pricing on over 1,000 items for the summer, you can't lose. Everything from Igloo heavy-duty coolers to the all-beef hot dogs they sell right there at the cafe. And all the summer treats you love, like Members Mark key lime pie ice cream and Kit Kat ice cream bars. How about an inflatable outdoor movie screen? They have that as well. Enjoy all of these Sam's Club great deals. Join the club today. Sign up for a membership at samsclub.com/join.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
I'm Patrick. I was injured in a motorcycle accident. I hired one of the lawyers I heard all the time on the radio. He told me the only insurance I could recover was $10,000. Then I called attorney Glenn Klausman. With Glenn Klausman as my attorney, less than a month later, I had a check for a whole lot more money. Car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Glenn Klausman at Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Yacht Rock, and make it a preset now.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. I got a couple names for you, Jimmy, for the segment. How about a gamer and a geezer? That'll work. Or what about here, this is for you, Jimmy. What about gaming with arthritis? There you go.
Come on, Duval.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Your 4 o'clock keyword is Bills. That's BILLS. Let's kick off this week with a winner.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Bills, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Just go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bills is the word, guys. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi.
Every single Monday, this gentleman slides over from his normal job at 96.9 The Game, talking sports from 3 until 6 every single day. To mix it up with us a little bit, you guys give it up good and loud for Brandon Kravitz.
Yay!
Thank you, guys.
BK. How's things?
The broiler. So good. I was telling you before we came back from break. I feel so relaxed today.
What happened?
What an experience.
What happened?
I've never considered myself, a macho guy. I would even say metrosexual than anything else. I care about what I wear. I try and look nice. I exercise. So I'm not that guy.
Right.
But I think somewhere in the recesses of all of our minds as dudes, there are things that you feel like you're not allowed to do. Getting a manicure and a pedicure is something that has honestly never even crossed my mind.
Sure.
Never thought about it.
Understood.
If somebody tells me they got one, I think, good for you.
Yeah.
A guy, I'm like, oh, okay,
Sure,
that's nice.
yeah.
In the back of my mind, somewhere in the recesses of my brain, I'm going, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, I went today. I went to Hammer and Nails in Winter Park, and
that's that place that specializes in dude stuff too, right?
Yeah. So they make you feel butch when you walk in. They offer you bourbon.
Yeah.
Butch.
Very butch.
What an experience. Oh, my God. At one point, my feet were in a bag that had purple wax in it. My eyes were rolling in the back of my head. I looked like The Undertaker. It was awesome.
Did you automatically have the same experience I had after having my first pedicure? And the first thing I thought to myself was, it's the same thing that when my dog looked at me after I gave them a piece of steak after eating horse ass for their entire life. When I got that done, I remember I was so angry at my wife. I was like, why didn't you ever tell me about this? You just kept this wonderfulness to yourself and never shared anything?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
My wife, before I went in, I was on the phone with her, and she goes, let me know how it goes. I left, and I'm like, what do you mean, how does it go? Same thing. Why was this not a conversation?
I was lucky to wake up to leave.
I at no point, we've been together since 2012. Did she ever turn to me and go, you know what would be fun on Saturday? Let's go get manicures and pedicures. And then I probably would have said.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, then if she had said, sit down, let me tell you what this experience is going to be like for you, I would have been sold on it. And that never happened. So I'm with you. I didn't think about it until you brought it up. But I'm a little mad at my wife now.
It's so amazing.
It's so cool.
When you get a pedicure, it is the most amazing 50 minutes of your entire life.
I didn't realize how I didn't realize I had gnarly hands until she started scraping stuff off I'd never seen before. Where's that coming from?
And they take that cheese grater to your heel, and you're like, oh my God, I just lost 3 pounds.
She goes, at one point, the stylist, manicures, I don't know what you'd call these individuals. She goes, you're on your feet a lot, aren't you? And I went, no, pretty much never, actually. I just never let anyone touch them in the history of my life.
But does that include you?
So, yeah. Well, I mean, I figure the bottom of the shower, right?
Oh, yeah.
That takes care of it.
No, it doesn't.
No.
The soap falls down your body to the bottom.
Biggest misconception of washing your feet is you got to actually get in there and wash them, dude.
Each little piggy.
Yeah, each piggy. You got to run stuff in between them, man.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally do that.
You should have a pumice stone in there as well to occasionally knock the burrs off that heel of yours, too. Yeah. You know, just get to some sports.
I mean,
he feels like he's learning more.
I mean, I'm surprised she wasn't like, are you okay? Okay, where were we?
All right. Brandon Carter's the sports at 96.9 The Game every day from 3 until 6. Slides over on Mondays to talk a little bit. And we did get a chance to talk about this, the All-Star game and the control ump thing.
Oh, that was really cool.
Yeah,
The challenge.
Yeah, this actually was one of the better All-Star game kind of moment. Would you agree? Like baseball's had kind of a weird thing, and the All-Star products in general across all sports have kind of struggled to find something unique to really bring listeners in. But man, I think this baseball thing hit. I mean, it just got tons of great press this year.
Yeah, I thought they knocked it out of the park, pun intended. NHL did a really good job, too, so credit where credit is due. They had that Four Nations thing that they did during their All-Star week, and they had all the teams the guys from different countries representing their sector of the world. That was really cool. That was very well done. It was very competitive. The guys got into it. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game has always been a pretty good product because baseball is one of those things. You're either playing it or you're not. There's really no way to half-ass baseball.
Right, yeah.
Paul Skeens isn't going to go out there and be like, well, this game doesn't matter, so I'll throw 70. He has one way that he throws a baseball. It's a 99 miles per hour. And these guys go out there, and because, hey, if you're going to throw heat at me, I'm going to try and hit it.
Sure,
there's only one way to do that, too. So these guys have fun with it. There's always been a really good balance of let's make this game a little more joyous than a regular season game, but also there's only one way to play this game, and it's competitively.
Right.
So I feel like they've always hit on that. This year in particular, where they tried to do something a little bit different, was they implemented the new challenge rule that they've been trying out in the minor leagues, and they tried it a little bit in spring training as well. If you disagree with a ball or a strike as either the catcher, the batter, or the pitcher, you can tap on your head, and they will quickly challenge it. And the thing I liked about it, because I'm pretty much anti-review all the time, I think we are putting way too much of this into sports. But if you can keep it 15 seconds or less, I'm all in. And as long as we don't do it too many times, it was a 2-time limit.
That's it.
And it was very fast.
Perfect.
And I thought it actually added a little bit of drama. That's one of the things I don't like about review. I feel like it takes the drama out of sports because we're just rushing to a monitor that takes away from the moment. But this added to it, I thought.
And I think the people that get to choose whether or not it gets challenged also makes it very interesting as well because they're 3 totally different perspectives.
Yes, completely different.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, the game was tied 6-6 at the end. We go to extra innings. I had no idea that they had put this rule into place. I think it's been there for the last couple of years, but we didn't have a tie game at the end. Home run derby to decide the winner. Are you kidding me?
It was awesome.
And then people after had the audacity to go, but Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani weren't a part of it. Who cares? These guys had a home run derby to decide the winner. This was so cool.
That's great.
I'll worry about that 2-3 years down the road if we keep getting ties at the end of 9 innings. So I just thought it was awesome.
You want guys who were in the game.
Well, these guys were in the game that took part in it.
Yeah, but they were in early, and then they take them out. Just like that's the the only thing you can manage in that game is how long someone plays.
Yeah, you get a couple innings because people want to see certain players from certain teams.
Because they are going to play to their best because it's the only way to play the game.
Sure.
But it's only going to be for a couple innings, or if it's a pitcher, it's one inning or less sometimes. So it's, just who was playing it towards the end of the game, I think, was more relevant to be part of this. I thought it was a fantastic way to end the game. It was the way the American League tied it up in the ninth to force this was fun. But what I really like, one of the things I really like, Brandon, that they added a few years ago is when they're miking up players and you're hearing the pitcher communicate with John Smoltz in the booth.
Yeah, Kershaw called him out for not knowing he didn't throw a slider.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I don't throw, and he did.
Kershaw was hilarious.
He's talking to him while he's throwing the pitch. Come on, man.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, pretty
Absolutely
cool.
love that.
When Kershaw said, I'm really glad he didn't swing at that one. That got me. That is hilarious stuff. He threw it right down the middle. He goes, good thing he didn't swing at that one. That stuff is great. I do think it distracted. Tarek Skubal was the starter for the American League, and I don't think he was ready for it. Because Clayton Kershaw has been in the league a while. Like, he doesn't care. But Skubal's still out there trying to make a good impression, and he's like, why is this guy talking to me while I'm trying to throw pitches? It was really cool.
Let's move on to the Magic preseason, and it's
Summer League.
Yeah, Summer League,
which is like preseason light.
Yeah, preseason light. I've noticed that the Magic are getting stomped out quite a bit.
Yeah, they are 0-5 throughout
they are
the Summer
literally
League.
getting stomped out. Now, obviously, you shouldn't read anything into this, but
Not anything.
What does it mean?
Nothing. It means absolutely nothing. You want the team, if anybody's wearing a jersey that says Magic on it, you want them to win. They didn't. The end. I mean, that's it. It doesn't matter. All you're looking for in Summer League is the rookies that you drafted. What do they look like in the minutes that they're given? Those guys played sparingly. They only played the first couple of games. There's 5 in total that they played. And all of the other players that were out there, you will never see again in your life.
Yeah.
So
unless you like the G League.
Yeah, exactly. And even that, like, some of these guys won't even make the G League roster.
Right, yeah.
The Summer League goes deep into the barrel.
Does it?
You have to really be a lifer. I'm obsessed with basketball, and I can barely watch it.
Wow, really?
So it holds no value whatsoever.
No.
So for a paranoid Magic fan out there, just put it out of your mind and move on.
Well, I mean, the one thing that did happen is we saw the number 1 draft pick play a couple of games, and they shut that down. But, what's the vibe around some of the picks that came out of the draft this year? Cooper Flagg, of course, the guy getting the most attention. But, I mean, have you seen other players that maybe have shown some promise in even the small bits of time they're playing that maybe look like somebody found a jewel?
Well, yeah, I think it was the 4th overall pick, Con Knipple. Out of, yes,
I'm
that's
sorry,
his name.
what?
Yes. Con, K-O-N, Knipple, starts with a K. Out of Duke. He was Cooper Flagg's teammate.
The Wrath of Knipple.
Feisty white guy for the Charlotte Hornets.
Ain't no brother named Knipple.
He won the Summer League MVP. The Charlotte Hornets, here's how meaningless the Summer League is. The Charlotte Hornets, who haven't done anything in their existence, were undefeated in Summer League action. And Khan won the Summer League MVP, so he was a bright spot.
What's his last name again?
Knipple.
Shaka Khan. Knipple.
Is it cold in here?
Phenomena. Knipple.
Where was I?
Is it cold in here?
Dylan Harper of the San Antonio Spurs looked pretty good. He was the 2nd overall pick. And everyone was freaking out over Cooper Flagg because he looked rough around the edges in the first game that he played.
Yeah, he scores 8, and then the next day he scores like
30.
90.
Yeah, he was awesome. No, this is going to be a really deep draft. A lot of talent coming out of I think a lot of these guys are going to hit this year.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good class.
I know there was a kid that you really wanted us to get who was a point guard, a little undersized. We did not wind up getting him. Do you remember who that was? A kid out of Florida?
Oh, Walter Clayton Jr. He was awesome. He didn't play very much either, but he was averaging over 20 points per game with the Utah Jazz. He was excellent. Absolutely.
Very nice.
I think he's going to be really good, but he's kind of in a wasteland. They have no idea what they're doing right now in Utah. It's just a bunch of spare parts.
What else you got for us?
Well, let's talk about your guy, Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
Become the 4th player in Open Championship history to shoot 68 or better in all 4 rounds. And what's amazing is how on par he is with the climb of success that Tiger Woods has had.
Did you see the matchup for that 3-year
That's
swing?
what I was going to say. Yeah, amazing. I mean, we're talking about the exact amount of days. 1,197 days is what it took Tiger Woods after his first major to claim his 4th major. It took Scotty the exact same amount of time.
He's also, if he wins next year's U.S. Open, which is at a golf course, I think it's at Shinnecock, which he absolutely loves, by the way, he will have won. And the last day of the tournament is on his birthday. That's the missing piece to him becoming the next Grand Slam winner. So, I mean, you know, and you look, if you ever wondered how dominant a player was, I've not heard other players talk about a player since Tiger. I've never heard other great players. I've never heard Rory McIlroy, the second best player in the world, talk about the best player in the world as if he is unbeatable. Like Rory is saying, like, this guy's playing golf that's out of the reach of anybody right now.
Yeah.
And that's Rory McIlroy, the Grand Slam winner, talking about another player who's that good. It seems automatic these days. It almost seems like, you know, and my son hates Scheffler. His whole thing is, hey, Scotty Scheffler is the number one player in the world, and that's a problem because he's not really magnetic. You know, his press conferences are pretty boring. It's almost like, oh yeah, really out there and gave it my best. And as long as I got my wife and my kid here, I'm always going to be great. You know, there's no controversy at all with this guy. It's just,
didn't he run somebody over?
I hit it dead straight and I make every putt I look at.
He did not run somebody over.
Yeah, it's like, I got to go.
No, he was stuck in traffic because there was an investigation going on and he was trying to go around the traffic because he had.
Somebody else got ran over.
Yeah, somebody else did get run over, not by Scotty Scheffler.
Right. That makes him mildly interesting.
We thought,
stops.
well, okay, because there's a mugshot, he's interesting. That lasted like a weekend.
Imagine if Mike Johnson started winning majors. That's exactly what it would be like. The Speaker of the House. It would be just that plain and vanilla yogurt. It just isn't very exciting. He just wins. And I'll tell you another thing, too. It's not even super exciting to watch other than the fact that he hits every shot to 10 feet.
Well, that's the thing. What's his superpower? Because if for anybody to be this great in their sport, they have to have a superpower. Like Michael Jordan jumped higher than everybody else and hit all these clutch shots, and Patrick Mahomes is throwing the ball left-handed and sidearmed, and all of these guys. Tiger Woods hit the ball further than anybody else at the time that he played.
He also could bend it any way you wanted to, and he had all the shots in the bag, and Scotty doesn't do that. He hits it dead straight and then hits it dead at the flag every time.
He's consistent. He's won 20 times since February of 2022. It's the 11th straight time that he has taken a 54-hole lead and then won. That is his superpower. It's consistency, and it's that he does not make mistakes. And in a sport where you're defined by the mistakes that you make, he doesn't make them.
That's the thing.
That's his superpower.
And Brandon, people are talking about going into the last round with a 4-shot lead. And I think somebody said it might as well be 20.
Exactly.
Unless you go out there and shoot 60 on this guy, and you still may not have a chance. Even if you go out there and shoot 6, 7, 8 under.
These courses are built to make you screw up halfway through, especially if you have the pressure of holding a lead, and he doesn't. And that's the thing that makes him an absolute marvel. And the fact that he's doing it differently than all these other greats in the history of sports that are so maniacal about success and so focused and driven, and he's just like, I just want to hang out with my family. His ability to create that mental freedom for himself that, hey, if I don't win, it's okay, and then he goes out and does it anyway, it's really very unique when you think about it.
It's actually almost annoying, to be quite honest with you, because golf is so hard for him to say that I don't even know how to find excitement anymore. It just gives you an idea of how dialed in he is. I mean, every time I hit it, it goes dead straight. It must be boring, you know? But
right.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, you too. Oh, did you want me to say something else?
Zone Heads.
I was looking at the time. I was like,
yeah, we got to go.
I've been hanging out here for a while. Yeah, find me zoneheadsmedia.com for all of my content in one nice, neat place.
All right, back in 1 sec.
Storm season is here, and Florida power outages are no joke. Win a $20,000 battery backup from Solar Source. Enter now at iHeart.com/solar before the next storm hits.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got a sweltering day on the way today with a heat advisory in effect from noon till 5. Our high temperature 95. The heat index at 110. Now, I know it's July in Florida, but today will be a little hotter than normal. There will be a 60% chance for a late day, probably dinner time thunderstorm. And then our rain chances skyrocket as we head toward the middle of this week. An 80% chance from tomorrow through Wednesday. I'm Brooks Garner, Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference, who believed in us, challenged us, made learning fun. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose, celebrating the incredible impact of public school educators. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life who's gone above and beyond for their students to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Get all the info and nominate a teacher who goes the extra mile today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
If you're shopping for hurricane impact windows, make sure to get a free quote from my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. Hey, it's C-Lane, and at Reese they've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. Most impact windows are installed in less than 8 weeks, and right now when you buy 2 windows, you get 1 free, plus installation is included. For a free quote, visit reesewindows.com. That's REECE windows.com.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teens require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Hey fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage. NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What is up, Colbert crew?
I don't know,
Hey guys, this is Remy. How you guys doing today on this beautiful Monday? Speaking about Monday the 21st, I'd just like to give a shout out to my wife because today is our wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Been married for 6 years and we've known each other for 9 years. So happy anniversary to my lovely wife.
Good job, buddy.
Happy anniversary, you guys.
Get you a little action tonight because of that shout out.
Oh, it is that one.
Yeah. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Got about 5 minutes for your 4 o'clock keyword. That's Bills, B-I-L-L-S. We'll have a freshie for you at the top of the hour.
Freshie.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jack.
Yo. Yeah, man.
Jack saved my ass twice today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, once with the Xbox scenario.
Oh, yeah.
What was the other one? And then what you're about to do right now, tell me how good Toto was. Jack went to see Toto and Christopher Cross this weekend. This is actually your second Christopher Cross experience.
Within a year. It was a year ago, and what was really...
And the biggest rebel in rock and roll. You know what? Motley Crue can kiss my ass. Nobody is as gangster as Christopher Cross.
You know what's funny is because to get pumped psyched for this show on Friday night, I watched the Yacht Rock documentary a second time.
Right.
And just to get familiar with it because there's so much Toto and Christopher Cross in that. And so it was kind of neat just getting familiar with it all again. And it was a year ago when I got to meet Christopher Cross, and he was playing at the Plaza, which is about 1,100, 1,200 people.
Yeah, an old theater here in town.
Yeah, and he's like, I'd really like to get with a bigger band and be able to do bigger venues. Just to be able to play to more people. And sure enough, a year later, I'm seeing him at a bigger venue, 20,000 people at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. I don't know if it was technically sold out. It sure looked it. I mean, I turned around. It was just that sea of people. And the neat thing about an amphitheater is, the seating, it just keeps going up.
Right. Onto the berm.
You just see this sea of people.
Yeah.
And the berm was filled as well.
That's awesome.
And,
What was the
and they
age group?
stayed until the end.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The very last song.
What were the demos like there? Was
Yeah.
it? Was
You
it,
know it.
Was it all
Okay.
stereotypically? Because there is this weird faction sometimes where music crosses over, and you will get that youth crowd that comes in because they just appreciate the classic aspect of that, especially with Toto and that hit when Africa was done remade by Weezer.
Correct.
That kind of brought a different world into those guys.
Yeah, and there are some people, whether it's families. I did see some kids. Matter of fact, one of our winners from last week had a 4-pack of tickets for the lawn. I ran into him on the line going in.
That's great.
And he had his family there. I've 5 different listeners I ran into.
That's
who
awesome.
came up and say hi, and I'm just glad they got to go and have a really good time. And the ones we were able to help with tickets, I'm really happy they won them with Real Radio.
Is Lukather still playing for Toto?
Not only he is destroying it as he's the lead guitar player, one of the original members of the band, also sings on a lot of songs. But not only that, he was just jamming.
He's one of the most accomplished studio musicians of all time. If you look at his portfolio, you watch this documentary, you can see this guy played on some of the most important records in American history,
including and I think most notably the Michael Jackson Thriller album. It's the whole band was basically Toto in the studio. They were the studio musicians for that. The Porcaro brothers and Luthiker.
Yeah, that Yacht Rock documentary, I learned more about the music that I thought I knew, the bands that made it. You had no idea. You think it's just Toto, the band, and then you find out, no, that's just on their side projects. The rest of the time, they're busy helping everyone else come up with winning music.
That's their high school band because the core of them met in high school.
Crazy.
They became studio musicians and just just like the Wrecking Crew is a famous studio session group from the 50s and 60s, Toto became that in the 70s.
Very cool.
And so, just so they know everybody, they work on each other's albums, and
I'm sure the sound was amazing.
it was absolutely stunning.
That's one of the things that they built their entire reputation on is incredible sound and great arrangements.
But you never know that, like from venue to venue, you're not sure, but it was great for all three. So Christopher Cross actually opened it up, and what I looked at, you ever go to setlist.fm?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so that is a website that has the set list for every show that's out touring.
I kind of wish Jimmy had, because he wouldn't have been so mad at our last Tool concert.
Yeah. Well, you can always see what their last concert was.
Right.
And so, and then they update it in real time. So I always like knowing what the next song is. I don't know why.
Just to take the excitement out of it?
Yeah.
I understand. That doesn't fit your personality at all.
That's me. I want to know. Wait, should I record this one? Nah.
It's on 74.
So they Christopher Cross and Men at Work, they would alternate who opens.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? At 6:45, they do a 45-minute set. And, then 30 minutes down. Then the next band comes out at 8, 45-minute set. 30 minutes down, and then Toto played for an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. Yeah, they have to. Yeah, and the Men at Work, Colin Hay, we've met him a couple of times. Super great guy, very talented. Was the entire band there, or was it basically Colin Hay?
I think it was
basically
just Colin Hay.
Yeah.
Because some of the band, like the band down under, most of the band was from Cuba.
Yeah,
and then he, and then. And the saxophone player and keyboard player, she was from California, did a great job. He sounded great. When you think about these hits they were playing, Christopher Cross mentioned the Think of Laura song. He's like, Laura was, 19 when I wrote this, and now she's 62. 43 years over 4 decades since their hits, and I was surprised at how great their voices sounded with Christopher Cross and Colin Hay.
Yeah. But we got to meet Colin Hay. He came in and played. What was? It's not even two of the big hits. It's one of the one of his, like, not a B-side hit.
Johnny Be Good,
no,
or Be Good Johnny is one.
Yeah.
God, I can't think of the name of it. But in the meantime, somebody just texted us at 77031 that Joe Williams of Toto is the son of John Williams, composer extraordinaire, who's like every musical soundtrack ever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that that's crazy?
I'm glad you had to see it, man. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. They have a new thing there at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. It costs extra, but they call it the backyard area, where you can go there, and for an extra fee, they have like table service. It's still the same horrible food, but they'll bring it to your table, and they have air-conditioned bathrooms.
Ooh.
That was the winner because, oh, my God, was it hot.
Oh, my God, yeah. I can only imagine.
Oh, no.
All right, 77031, that's how you text us. We'll take a break and come back and talk to Alan Harris. He's the Seminole County Emergency Manager. We're going to get prepped up for everything going on this summer. And what else are we going with him? There's something special else.
Well, it's the new alert system.
That's it.
Right. Yeah.
We'll do that next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident reported, fender bender on John Young Parkway northbound near Millennia Boulevard or Holden Avenue. Keep an eye out for that one. A crash is getting cleared up on I-95 southbound past State Road 100. The roadways are wet out there. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways in some areas. Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas on the major roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Boy, now is the time to make a move if you've been thinking about solar energy, whether it's electric, heating your pool, heating the water inside your home, solar is the way to go. I've been using solar for over a decade now, have saved thousands. But the reason why you need to act now is the federal solar tax credits will expire at the end of this year. So you need to go to Solar Source now before August 31st and get the free quote from Solar Source. They are great. They're the company I trust. They've been doing it in our community since 1984. How many businesses have been working more than 4 decades in our community? Over 75,000 installations. So they're a company you can trust, and you definitely want to take advantage of the 30% solar tax credit because that's going away. So make sure you get with Solar Source before August 31st. Get your name on the books and take advantage of that. Now is the time to act. Go solar, start saving money, reduce that carbon footprint, and the company to use is solarsource.com.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself? Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Call Nickley.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
You've got apps for everything. Music, photos, even ordering coffee. But only one app gives you the live radio experience. It's radio your way. Anytime, anywhere. Join the millions already listening. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Stuck in a car you hate? We'll set you free, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offer subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
Were JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This summer, the heat is on in Orlando as the first ever Florida Open 9-Ball Pool Championship takes over the Caribe Royale Orlando Resort from August 5th through the 10th, with the world's best billiards players battling it out for glory. Expect world-class competition, non-stop action, jaw-dropping shots, and an unforgettable atmosphere. This is one event you don't want to miss. Tickets are selling fast. Head to Ticketmaster or MatchroomPool.com now to grab yours before they're gone.
Ray Trenley here. Life is uncertain, but finding the right lawyer should not be. TK Law will guide you through divorce with solutions that protect you and your family. Find solutions with TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You guys know I love a good deal, and with Sam's held over pricing on over 1,000 items for the summer, you can't lose. Everything from Igloo heavy-duty coolers to the all-beef hot dogs they sell right there at the cafe. And all the summer treats you love, like Members Mark key lime pie ice cream and Kit Kat ice cream bars. How about an inflatable outdoor movie screen? They have that as well. Enjoy all of these Sam's Club great deals. Join the club today. Sign up for a membership at samsclub.com/join.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I too get manis and pedis. Actually, I haven't had a mani yet, but I've broached the subject of gotten past the pedicure part of it. It's really easy. I just go with my girlfriend. Don't have a girlfriend? Go with a girl who is a friend. Go with your mother. Go with someone if you don't want to go by yourself, just to get over that hump. That's how I do it. I am soon to get manicures now as well, because I already hate cutting my toenails. Why the hell do I want to cut my own fingernails? Let someone else do it. That's what tips are for.
There you go. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Check, guys. That's it. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
He joins us occasionally, usually during summer when things are the absolute worst. And that's why people associate him with terrible things.
Oh, yeah.
You guys give it up good and loud for Seminole County Emergency Manager, Mr. Alan Harris. There he is.
Thank you so much. Hey, none of that's
it normally is bad news when I'm on the TV and the radio, yes.
All right.
Our very own Jim
We've talked
Cantori.
about animals in the past. That's always fun.
Yeah. Let's, before we go any further, guys, let's go around the room. Deb, yes or no, Alan has had a pedicure?
Yes.
Yes or no, Jack, Alan has had a pedicure?
Yeah, he seems like a hip dude.
I'm looking at this guy, and he looks very uncomfortable. That means he's probably had a pedicure. Alan Harris, we ask you now, have you ever had a pedicure?
I have, and my feet are super ticklish, too. So I'm the one that's moving around. It's supposed to be a relaxing experience, and I'm all jerking in the chair.
Well, Alan, we have not had a hurricane yet, but I got to tell you, there have been a couple pretty beefy threats so far, and the afternoon thunderstorms are right back into the swing of things. I think it's like this is the most normal summer I remember us having for a couple summers now. It's been pretty wet. The afternoon thunderstorms have dialed right back up. And, of course, what we see coming out of Texas, an early warning. Of course, it was in the news today where they're now dedicating money. Abbott was saying they're dedicating money to, upgrade their alert systems, if not just install a brand new one altogether.
Also, the good news that the number of missing has gone from over 160 now to 3.
Yeah, and that's also a normal thing. I found that kind of odd as well. But, with Seminole County being up against, part of it at least, up against the St. Johns River, and we know what happens out there in some parts of it, what exactly is Seminole County doing to prepare themselves for the 2025 hurricane season?
Yeah, so after the Groundhog Day tornado, we looked at alerting systems to see what would be best in the Central Florida area. We looked at tornado sirens. We looked at all different types of things. And the best opportunity for us was mobile type alerts. So we have a platform, and every county now in the state of Florida has adopted this platform where it comes out on email, voice, and text. Here in Seminole County, it's called Alert Seminole. It's also called Alert Osceola in Osceola County. In Orange County, it's called OC Alert. So if you live in those counties, we encourage you to sign up for that system.
Do you, okay, so when you do sign up for the system, is it part of an app? Or is it just you? How do you go? Do you just go to SeminoleCounty.gov and download it? Or how do you get it on your phone so you're for sure to get those reports?
Now, you can download an app. It's called Everbridge, and you can download an app, but you can just go online. We actually, in Seminole County, we even made it available for persons with text. So if you text Seminole to 888-777, it'll come up on your smartphone how to register for the system. So you can choose how you want to receive your alerts, voice, text, or email, or all three. And it's not just hurricanes and floods, but it is boil water notices. It is if there's a gunman loose in the neighborhood and we have to call for a lockdown, we can notify the folks in that neighborhood. It used to be called reverse 911. Remember when we had those phones, that were connected to the wall? I don't know that many people have those anymore.
No, they do not.
But this is the new, what we used to call reverse 911.
Well, Alan, I know, back to the Texas floods, one of the issues they had was that the National Weather Service had issued alerts, flash flood alerts, but so many of the residents and especially visitors didn't have that downloaded on their phone. So I would imagine one of the big challenges, not only for Seminole County, but other local emergency managers, is how do you get the word out to your residents that if you want to receive these warnings, we just don't have your phone number. You have to actually sign up for this. So how do you get that word out to people?
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, we have 500,000 people here in Seminole County. If I go to each homeowners association meeting, and not a lot of people like to go to homeowners association meetings, and I go to every Rotary and Lions and every service club, I could do that every single night and still not touch all 500,000 people with the message that they really should register for this system. We also have a system, the emergency alert system, that of course notifies the radio station and notifies the TV station, which is great if you're listening to radio or TV, but it also goes on the wireless alerts as well. But a lot of people have turned that feature off, because they got an Amber Alert and they turned off the Amber Alert, and then they went right above it where it says emergency alerts and they turned that off too. And that's important to leave on. That's the same alert that went out in Texas, but people said they didn't get it. And when they started asking people, oh yeah, I turned that off. Well, if you turn it off and you don't sign up, there's no way for us to communicate with you.
Are these counties really putting together a program possibly to get the word out? Jack is the one who actually said to me, he goes, we should get Alan on the phone, because remember that thing in the Texas, they have that, but Alan said that it's only a small percentage of the county that's really signed up. I mean, what, like 20% of the county is signed up to receive those notices?
It's a small percentage, and we wish we had more people sign up for it. We have tied it into some other systems now. We're getting our water utilities are now putting information in there. So we have some information, but it is really important for people to sign up. Everybody wants to know if they have a boil water notice at their house, or if there is something going on in my neighborhood that I need to do some kind of emergency type of response to save my family. I want to know that information, and the only way for government to talk to you directly in an emergency situation is an alerting system like this.
Alan Harris on with us now, Seminole County Emergency Manager.
Yeah, so I had a similar system I'm part of for my city of Winter Springs. And you get some great information, whether it's store preparation. I just got one about upcoming construction and road closures and whatnot. So I saw on the news Saturday morning, Alan Harris was on WESH, and they were talking about, this system countywide. So it's just really valuable information if you live, or even if you don't live, if you work in the area or travel through Seminole County. It's just a text message that's going to come through with information, and you just text the word Seminole. What is it to 888-777, text the word Seminole, and then you're signed up.
Does that also work for the other counties, Alan? Is there a prompt to send to that specific number, or is that just Seminole County?
That's just Seminole. But if you go to OC Alert, or if you just Google OC Alert, that's interesting. It's a verb now. But yeah, if you Google OC Alert or Alert Osceola, it will take you right to their website where you can sign up. Their features are somewhat similar to ours. We have a couple, fun, if you will. People like to know if roads are closed, major roads are closed.
Right.
So you can click on that for us, that I want to know if major roads are closed, especially if you're a person that commutes in and out of the city or downtown or whatever. You may want to know that before you get on the road. So a lot of people sign up for that, and the weather alerts, of course.
Yeah, I would also think that maybe if you live in this area, or your parents or grandparents live in an area that could be affected by adverse weather, that you would either want to make sure that they're on this system, or actually get on the system in their county, so that if they would usually ignore or turn that off, they wouldn't ignore a text from you as a son or a daughter or a brother or sister or whatever. I think that would be a great advantage as well. So even for people who think they have maybe hard-headed people who don't want to be notified or whatever, to just do it for them and get the system so that you could contact them as a family member and inform them of whatever may be on the way, because sometimes they just don't know.
Right, and it's all geolocated. So when you register, you're going to put in an address. But if your mother lives 3 or 4 neighborhoods, or like Winter Springs, to maybe she lives in Sanford, you can put her address in so you can get both alerts. So it's really a robust system if you use it, and we like it. We want to get more people on it because we want to inform the public. We talk about hurricanes. It is hurricane season, so when the hurricanes are coming, for those that have to evacuate, that's how we get out information on shelters. When evacuation orders are called, if you need help to get to the shelter, we provide all those services. When we open disaster recovery centers afterward, it looks like it's going to be us opening those now. You'll get that information, where it is, where you can apply for assistance, things like that.
Alan, real quick, following the floods, this kind of came up, and it was a town I grew up in New Jersey had one. But what about a siren system? Did you ever have one in Seminole County? And is that something that's even part of the discussion anymore, or is that just out of date?
Yeah, so it works in certain areas. Oviedo has actually a siren system. It works in certain areas. It works certainly in the Midwest, where the Tornado Alley, and why those tornado sirens are going off. It's tornadoes.
Yeah.
It works in areas where there's high flash flood. So would have worked in Carter County. They've had flash floods before. Thankfully, not when campers were around. Unfortunately, this time it was when there were campers around, but they've had flash floods before. For us here in Central Florida, there's so many different ways and reasons this siren could go off. So we elected not to do that, because also when when we call it the tornado siren, but when the siren goes off, what do people do? They go run towards the window to see what's going on. The opposite of or go outside and look around to see. Information is the best.
Yeah, I was about to say, in Seminole County, the minute you sent that thing off, people would be like, "Oh, got to get some beer. Got to load up. We got a few minutes before it hits, so let's go to ABC real quick." But Alan, thank you very much, buddy. And real quick, so you mentioned saying that we have to do that now. Obviously, we've seen in the news, we've had some cuts to FEMA, and that's been a big part of the news lately. Of course, right after it happened with what happened in Texas, a lot of the authorities there were being questioned relentlessly about how that affected things there in Texas. I mean, as we approach, the hurricane season here in Florida, and of course, we're one of the worst states, along with maybe Georgia and Texas, that get hit quite often. What kind of impact can we expect from the state without the big federal dollars coming through?
Yeah, so the dollars are going to be the big question. How we're going to respond, it's going to look a little different. We've already been told that. FEMA is looking to the locals and state to do more, FEMA less. So the FEMA response probably will not look like it ever looked before. We will have disaster recovery centers. We're committed to that at the local level. We will have them. It may not be there as long. So it's really important, to go get assistance right away. Don't wait. Some people wait a little while to see if the crowds calm down. Now you won't be able to do that because FEMA's not going to be here for months. If they come, they'll be here for weeks. But even if they don't come, the local government's only going to be able to be there for a while because we have to maintain the roads and get the traffic signals back up and all the other things that we have to do to get the community back to normal. Now we've got that added responsibility as well. So there'll be some things, that we have to do more than we used to, and we're planning for that.
Oh, very nice. Well, I'm glad you are. If any time you need to get the word out about anything, buddy, feel free to give us a buzz. We appreciate it very much. You guys give it up good and loud for Alan Harris.
Yay! Whose job isn't getting any easier.
It is not. It is not, buddy. Good seeing you, Alan, as always. Thanks for your time.
To see you too.
And hopefully we'll have a nice mild season this year, and we won't have to talk to Alan a whole bunch. That's for sure. Crazy business.
He's
Crazy
hoping
business.
the same thing.
You see that look on his face when I asked him that question?
Oh, well, I mean, because, it's going to be...
Well, the thing is like he said, it's the dollars. I mean, maybe the manpower may not be there, but the dollars when it comes to, rebuilding and doing things of that nature, that's going to be a very interesting thing as states kind of deal with that. Florida, obviously, probably in a much better position than most states because we have a lot of revenue in the state. I think we're the second or third biggest economy in the U.S., but I mean, other states like Louisiana, Mississippi, who aren't so lucky and aren't so fortunate when it comes to big state budgets, could be really, really gnarly for those guys. All right, 77031, that's how you text us. We'll take a little break and come back and tell you about a recall I think is really unique. I've not heard this ever before. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic's backed up due to an accident on I-95 southbound past State Road 100. The right lane's blocked. Move over and slow down. You're going to run into some slowdowns once you get off Florida's Turnpike onto I-75 northbound. Traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas, and the roadways might be wet out there, so travel with caution this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Eustace Roofing. These guys are awesome, by the way. You know that you're in a good shape the minute they pull up with their trucks and their crew. They're just so professional, run the cleanest site in the business. And let me tell you, with over 1,000 reviews with a 4.9 rating, you know you can trust them. That's the easiest thing to do with these guys. 65 years in business. Been doing roofing in Florida since 1959. You certainly have to be doing something right to be in the roofing business that long. No interest financing is available, and they do serve all of Central Florida. Plus, they are metal roofing experts, which means they manufacture that on-site to fit your home perfectly. And they may be able to satisfy your insurance ask by cleaning or rejuvenating your roof, adding years to it. Just get them on your property for that free estimate. It's EustaceRoofing.com. The real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, and real experts. Eustace Roofing.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to you by WeAreBeyondTheBank.com. What? Yep, WeAreNotTheBanks.com is now bigger and better than before, and they have a new website, WeAreBeyondAbank.com. All right, that's Brad Siebert, still the same Brad and his team, and they are still helping you get the mortgage you need, the money you need, whether it's a refi or a mortgage for your dream home. They have partnered with Luminate Bank and are now more flexible than ever. Licensed in all 50 states, We Are Beyond a Bank still has a primary focus of mortgages to get you that money from new construction loans, commercial lending, refis, or purchasing your dream home with their Move Up Buyers program. Contact Brad at wearebeyondabank.com, or an easier way, just dial pound 250 on your cell, keyword Luminate. That's pound 250, keyword Luminate. And the NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing and Fair Lending.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2. Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Call Nickley.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Erin, whose migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies is easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works anywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Yacht Rock, and make it a preset now.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now. ReeseWindows.com.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys. Hello from Tucson. It is Party Mom.
Hey, Party Mom.
Deborah, do you know what a javelina is?
Yeah.
A javelina.
A little pig.
I guess this is the next fun, dangerous animal I get to encounter next to the tarantulas. Sharp teeth, big tongue.
Looks like a little
They
pig.
run after you. I'm going to be smoking weed every day.
I think they're like little pigs. Like little bitty pigs.
Just want to let everybody know that we do have a really good alert system up here in Flagler County as well. If you want to sign up for it, they even have a Facebook page. It's called Palm Coast Bitch and Moan.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Your 5 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Just go to realradio.fm and send that on for your chance at $1,000. If you'd like to leave a talk back like those two gentlemen, you can do that as well. That one young lady and that gentleman, I should say. Go to the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over.
They're
I'm Jim.
not pigs.
I know. They are little pigs, aren't they?
Nope, they're members of the peccary family.
Are they really? They look like little pigs.
They do look like little pigs.
Yeah. I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here.
Yep.
I remember a children's book about javelinas that I used to read my daughters all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they used to.
Picturing you reading.
They used to make
children's books. I meant.
They had this saguaros, which is that's a cactus, right? And I guess you dry those out, and you can make boards using strip the saguaros. So the whole story had something. I learned by the children's stories. What I'm saying. That's why I learned everything.
Yeah.
Children's stories.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that for sure.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I live in a house of stone and, brick, whatever.
Is that what it is? All right.
Well, I tried the straw in the mud, and that didn't work.
It doesn't work. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is now recalling 5 million of these. Jack, did you see the story?
No.
Pretty crazy, actually. What would be one of the most stereotypical things that would tell a story of you living rurally? And I know that because I come from a rural area, and every family who stepped up a little bit, whose dad's got a bonus, had one of these in their yard.
Oh, an above-ground pool.
An above-ground pool, baby.
Yeah.
It tells the story, Jack.
Well, I had one growing up. It seemed more common.
Yeah,
that was a common thing up north.
Yeah.
Well, so for up north, it's different because a lot of people up there don't have pools because there's only a short period of time you can use them, right? So they would get an above ground pool cheaper, and you could go in there and splash around a little bit in the short, 90-day summer you have up there, and then kind of go from there. But in Florida, permanent. But in other areas like that, of course, it's easier to buy a pool for like $600 or $700 than it is, $90,000, of course. Well, there have been a 5 million above ground recall, right? These are a Chinese company that made these above ground pools. I remember seeing this story, and I thought, man, what could happen with an above ground pool, right? Already we know pools are dangerous with kids specifically, right? I don't know. Do you know anything about the state of Florida and the rules you have to go through to have a pool in your yard, Jack?
Well, it has to be, fenced around and closed and stuff for the safety measures.
And then the fence, you can't have. So the nice side of your fence has to face out because you can't have any boards on the outside that kids could use to
make
climb.
Make it easier to climb
to get over your fence. Yeah.
On top of the fence around your yard, you have to have a fence around your pool.
Around the pool, yes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yes.
I mean, it is so insane. And if you don't, you have to have these pool alarms. It's crazy. It really is.
It is the number one. It's the leading cause of death for children.
It
right?
is, yeah. But it is nuts. I mean, I remember telling my guys, and we lived in the middle of nowhere on the middle of 5 acres land. Nobody could come on our property. And I remember talking to the county, like, doesn't matter, buddy. Gotta have a fence around it. Does not matter. And I said, oh, so I guess Tarzan's kid's going to swing in from the trees and drown in my pool? And he just laughed at me because it doesn't matter. He says, you have to have a fence. I don't care if you live in the middle of a 7,000-acre ranch. If you have a pool in the house, it's got to have a fence around it, right? So they're serious about it. Well, what happened with these pools is when you get the larger above-ground pools, right, they have this, they have the frame, then they have the actual liner, the thing that holds the water. Mm-hmm. But what happens when you put that much water in a pool that's maybe 3 or 4 or 5 feet high, it becomes, the weight becomes too much where it bulges the pool out. So what they did was they put what they call a pressure strap, which is basically a 3 or 4 inch piece of cloth that would be like a tow rope kind of thing, but it's that strap, and they wrap that around the pool so it'll hold in the bulge. Well, what they found out is...
I need one of those straps.
What they found out is, as this goes over the framework that holds the pool together, it creates an area where a young kid, like a 22-month-old, used it as a step to climb up into and over the edge of the pool. And it turns out that about 9 kids have drowned in this pool because they're able to use the pressure strap as a step to climb into the pool without using the stairs.
So not mechanically a design flaw, just the unintended use of it being an easier way in the pool.
The unintended use of the strap. 5 million of these. Let me tell you, I don't know what they're going to do. I guess maybe upgrade that strap or come up with another thing to keep that pressure in that owners. But these pools aren't cheap. I mean, these above ground pools. I mean, you remember the one that Ross got?
Oh yeah,
that's almost exactly what this is. By the way, it's one of those pools. It's probably like 3.5 or 4 feet tall. It's probably 15 feet in circumference, and it's got a little filter and stuff, and got a little thing where you climb in there, just something to splash around and to keep cool. But in that sense, they really, the design was bad.
Oh, without a doubt.
Unbelievable, man. Drowned 22 months, 3 years old, between 2007, 2002 in California, Texas, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Missouri. There are also 3 separate instances when kids gain access to the recalled pools using that compression strap. And it shows a kid climbing right up on the strap and easily reaching in to get in the pool with no problem whatsoever. And even worse, there's no shallow end in above ground pools.
Right,
so there's
exactly.
nowhere for the kid to even swim to touch. There are no stairs. There's no safety net there once they're in the pool.
And maybe that's the answer. If you have one, before you drain it, you just stretch a net across it.
Yeah, maybe so. But even then, you don't know. I don't even know.
Our above ground pool, my dad was pretty cool. How he did this. He slanted it down so it got deeper. It went down to 6 feet in the middle. So he sloped it down.
That's pretty smart.
Had a drain in the center, right? So that would be a suction out. We had this giant pillow. You'd lower the water, but put a pillow in the middle, and then the cover would be on it, and it would, so it would be, you wouldn't fill it every year. The water would stay throughout the winter.
That's incredible.
It was a Johnny Weiss smaller pool, speaking of Tarzan.
Oh, that's so funny.
So before, what I remember when I was young, he replaced it. We had a different one. And that winter, he cut it down to about 6 inches all the way around, and we had an ice skating rink for that winter.
Oh,
dang,
cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
You lived in the coolest house in all of Jersey.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the pools that are 48 inches and taller were sold all throughout Canada. They were sold by Amazon, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, among others. They range in between $400 and $1,000.
So like you said, not cheap.
They're not cheap. I mean, again, some of these are, they're pretty darn cool. They could, obviously they could hold quite a few people. It says they're encouraged to contact Best Way, Intex, or Poly Group for a free repair kit. So they'll call you and they give you even the repair number. If you guys want to check this out, if you have one of these pools, this is a CBS News story. You can go on. I'm sure if you just Googled it, you can see all the information you need to have your to get that recall project or that recall patch that they have, the repair kit. Crazy, dude.
Don't know how they're going to repair it.
That is some crazy business. Well, I think it basically replaces that compression strap with something else that maybe doesn't offer that little step,
that access.
Yeah, and what's crazy is it has that frame, like the poly pipe frame, and the compression strap. The one I saw, they have it going over the frame, and that's what creates that little area. Imagine putting a Band-Aid over, putting your finger up against the wall, and putting a Band-Aid over it.
Right.
It's going to create that little on either side of the Band-Aid. You're going to have that little step thing, and that's exactly what it is. It looks like somebody didn't put it together correctly. Oof. It looks like they should have just put the strap inside that, and it would have just been laying dead solid against the edge of the pool and not offered any little area to climb up. Kids are such a pain in the ass, too,
aren't they?
God almighty, man. A kid one of my girls crawled out of their crib at like 18 months old, and I remember going in, and she was just sitting in her chair playing with a doll. I'm like, what are you doing? Easily could have lost her footing and fallen and broken her neck in the middle of the night.
Well, look at how many kids have crawled on dressers.
Oh, man.
That hadn't been anchored, and then the TV comes sliding off. I mean, I remember you pull out the drawers and you can kind of climb. And
I remember the very first piece of furniture I remember getting that had that kit in it. For the life of me, I stared at it for an hour. And I'm like, where does this go? Because I thought it was part of the dresser. I'm like, where does this go? Everything works.
And there's only one.
Where is this? And it's
not even a set.
It's that anchor system where you anchor it to the damn wall.
Yeah.
So when you set your big old 400-pound Sony Trinitron TV on top of it, it doesn't come crashing down on your 2-year-old.
Exactly.
And those old TVs back in the day were not like the ones now.
No.
Where I can carry them around like a backpack these days. Those TVs back in the day were like, it was like I bought a Canon.
Right, exactly.
I'm serious. I just picked up an old flat screen this weekend, and I was like, what happened? Like, you can pick up TVs now, and I swear to God, it's like picking up a Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
It is like picking up
It's
a
almost
book.
too light where you're wondering if it was worth the money you spent.
So we bought one of those cheap TVs like TCL or something like that where you get them from like Walmart, and you figure it's going to last you a solid year. This thing has been like the best TV I've ever bought in my life. And I think I could grab it with 3 fingers and pick it up, and it's like a 42-inch TV.
How about the TVs from way back in the day, the console TVs with the stereo on top that would require 4 strapping young men from the neighborhood to move from one room to the other.
But at least it offered you somewhere to set the new TV when the dead one in the console died.
Exactly.
A la Jeff Foxworthy. Right?
That is the truth right there.
Yeah, you just put something in front of the other one.
Exactly.
So you can't tell what that is, right? That's not a TV back there, but it's kind of a TV back there. But look at that one on top of it. It's pretty. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is check. That's CHECK. Just simply go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back in a sec with trivia. Load them up. Let's give some stuff away.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb has been selling eyewear, glasses, and each of the frames are named after one of her songs.
They're all called Stay?
She's got other songs.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Fairwinds Credit Union.
The Rays begin a 3-game set with the White Sox at home tonight. Shane Baz takes the hill for Tampa. Buccaneers rookies reported for training camp today. Texas football landed a commitment from 5-star class of 2026 running back Derek Cooper. FSU and Miami were among his final choices. 12-time All-Star Chris Paul and the LA Clippers agreed to terms on a deal to reunite with his former squad and his 21st pro season. I'm Seth Everett.
Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. You know, these guys were down in Miami for like a few years, and Judy brought her action up here to Central Florida. And let me tell you, man, they hit the ground running. So many lives saved. I think it's like over 300 now. And that is no joke. This is not a, we're saying this for the ad thing. These people are legitimately saving lives. I can't even tell you how many times we had people come up to us at events thanking us, saying, hey, look, thanks for your heads up on Life Imaging FLA. My wife and I went, and it was so funny. We were joking that we thought the other one had the big problems, and it turned out that the one that thought they were good was not good. As a matter of fact, on top of that, there are a couple people who have left the clinic and gone straight to the hospital, Life Imaging FLA in their scan, catching clogs in their heart that actually would have cost them their life within a short period of time. And that's just where it begins with these guys. And remember, you don't take off your clothes during this scan. There are no dyes or injections, and the entire thing only takes a few minutes. So do not wait. Do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and so many people in Central Florida looking for that peace of mind. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. It is time to make that call. It is time to take control of your long-term health care. You have the option to receive a one-time auto text message from iHeartMedia. There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Life is full of uncertainties, but finding the right lawyer shouldn't be one of them. At TK Law, we believe divorce doesn't have to tear your family apart. Our collaboratively trained attorneys work to help guide you through the process with solutions that protect what matters most: your family, your future, and your peace of mind. With the right guidance, you can move forward with confidence. Find a lawyer that truly cares. Visit onefirmforlife.com to learn more about your options today. TK Law, one firm for life.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia. Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands below MSRP. Qualified buyers, no payments all summer. No payments until next fall. Central Florida, my kids and I have been wanting to see you in a Kia for more than 20 years. Come join our family because we want to see you in a Kia. The Freedom Sale is on now. Click greenwaykias.com or visit us on East Colonial, West Colonial, or 1792 in Longwood.
Negative equity refinanced. Offer subject to lender approval guidelines. Expires 8/15/25.
Hey, fellas. Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America. Fighting for you, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey there, history fans.
iHeartRadio brings you a brand new history podcast.
It's called American History Hotline,
where you ask the question,
what is political technology?
Did George Washington really cut down a cherry tree?
JFK and Marilyn Monroe having an affair?
And American History Hotline gets to the bottom of it.
I'm so glad you asked me this question.
This is such a ridiculous story that we tell ourselves because we don't want to know the real story.
Open your free iHeartRadio app. Search American History Hotline and listen now.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What do you do, Colbert crew? You know who?
So
Your favorite teabagger, more pillows of the wall. And today we raise a beer or two, and I'm serious. I can't make this up. It's real. Take a monkey to lunch day. Apparently, it's celebrated on the 21st to awareness of monkeys and simians. Have a good show, y'all.
Thank you.
James P. Colbert, the one and only man in Orlando radio, bemoaning pool safety the very same day we lose Theo Huxtable to drowning. Oh my God, buddy. Say it ain't so.
It's
Zip
so.
Pop Zerbit, you are colder than a Jell-O pudding pop.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the Malcolm Jamal Warner thing. We're going to do that a little bit later in the show. Actually, top of the hour, right before we get to Ray Trinley, we're going to bring that up. That's a shame, man. 54 years old.
On a family vacation in Costa Rica.
Unbelievable, man. We'll give you all those details here in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here, and he has the Jackie sack. Let's get it.
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Lickety-clack, lickety-clack.
All right, here we go. I have a pair of tickets to see the Orlando Pride versus the Utah Royals at Inter & Co Stadium. That's August 3rd. You want that? You can also find your own at orlando-pride.com. Also in the Jackie Sack, I reach a little deeper and pull out a pair of tickets to see the Struts with special guest Dirty Honey at the Hard Rock Live Orlando. That's August 26th. You want tickets for that? You can go to hardrocklive.com. There you have it. That's what's in the Jackie Sack today.
Very nice.
Back to you, clickety-clack.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, young lady.
We're going to give the person number 5 the first shot.
All right, who's on number 5 there, Jack?
Oh, here we go. Shelly.
Yeah, I got nothing on my end over here.
Oh,
Shelly, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. Want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Shelly, this is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
No.
But if you can find it, Shelly, I'll send you over to Jackie Sack and you can pick out something nice. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. On this day in 1987, one of the greatest hard rock albums of all time.
Appetite for Destruction.
Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction was released on this day. That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about Appetite for Destruction and 1 snake dancing lie. All right, we're talking about the album Appetite for Destruction. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, Paul Stanley was originally slated to produce the album until he suggested changes. Then they threw him out. Number 2, when the band first moved to L.A. to record the album, they all lived in a house that had no kitchen. Number 3, it was one of the last handmade albums, meaning it was done with tape and manually spliced. Or lastly, Axl's original album cover was a photo of the space shuttle explosion. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 2.
That's the one. You're a winner.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude, that's like 3 in a row, like out of nowhere. God, what do you think it didn't have?
I have no idea.
They lived in a house with no bathroom.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when they first moved, they all lived in a rehearsal space that had no bathroom at all.
Ew.
Yeah. The writer who came in and was supposed to help them with the production of Appetite said, it was not good.
Yeah, no, I'd imagine not.
Yeah, when the band moved to L.A., they lived in a rehearsal space that had no bathroom, not kitchen. I thought the Paul Stanley thing would get him for sure. That's the first I've ever heard of it. Paul Stanley from Kiss, of course, the lead singer of Kiss, was originally slated to produce the record. When he walked in and listened to what they had laid down, he tried to change one of the choruses and actually tried to change Steven Adler's drum set to sound different. The story is Axl Rose said, "No, thank you. You can leave," and never spoke to him again in his life. Just for suggesting there's a possibility that something on the album wasn't exactly right.
Damn.
And of course, Kiss never made an album as good as that, so I think they did it right. It was one of the last handmade albums, meaning it was recorded onto tape and then spliced. The guy said it took him 18 hours a day for a week or so to splice the album together so it sounded just right.
Do you remember splicing tape?
I do. When I first did commercials here it was actually my job.
Yep.
To cut all those commercials. We'd cut all the Russ would come in, they would cut everything down, and then they would take off, and I would sit in there in that room by myself cutting the tape together until midnight, getting all the stuff done. And then Axl's original album cover was a photo of the space shuttle exploding. That was one of the ideas. The other one, if you remember, was it looked like a robot had raped a girl, and she was up against a building with her panties down by her knees. That was nixed immediately by the record company.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And they eventually went with that cross that had a member of the band at the end of each point of the cross.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A couple other things you may not know before we get to the top of the hour. The entire song Welcome to the Jungle was written in how long?
25 minutes.
I was going to say 15.
It's so funny. It's usually 3 hours to write one of the greatest rock songs of all time. The Where Do We Go Now? Like, where do we go? Where do we go now? At the end of Sweet Child of Mine. Do you know why?
It's almost like Axel is in the studio with us.
Yeah. The reason why that's in the song is because they hadn't written the end of the song.
And so he was asking, where do we go?
He literally was asking the guy, the engineer for the album, where do we go next?
Oh, wow.
He's like, where do we go? Where do we go now? And he's literally just asking the guy producing the record what's coming up next. They left it in the album.
Wow.
Has no meaning to the song at all. The album is certified platinum how many times?
3.
7.
18.
Whoa. Nailed it.
Selling over 30 million copies.
Damn.
And then lastly here, the album did not have side A or side B. It had side G and side R. There you go. I remember the first time I heard it. Do you remember that? The first time you heard Appetite for Destruction?
Nope.
No.
I've never heard the whole album.
So it was it was the weirdest thing because I think it's like the of the 80s rock bands before the whole grunge thing hit. I mean, it was released in 87. There was a few more years after that.
Yeah.
But I do remember coming out of the Nirvana, coming out of the Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motley Crue, Zeppelin, all of those bands. That's all those dudes. And we heard this album and we thought to ourselves, how do you make a rock album better than that? And to this day, I don't know that there is one other than Back in Black. I mean, I would consider that is top 5 rock albums of all time. And we were in Atlanta driving up Stone Mountain with a buddy of mine.
Oh, wow.
And it's the first time I heard it in his Nissan Altima. And we heard this for the first time. And I just could not believe how good it was.
Yeah.
We literally listened to it over and over and over the entire weekend. And every single song was good. It's such an unreal album. You haven't heard the entire thing?
No, I'm not a Guns N' Roses fan.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God. It's so easy. So good. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. What do you have here at the top of the... Oh, we're going to get to the Malcolm Jamal Warner thing. We'll tell you that next.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number 1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for an accident reported on the ramp from I-4 eastbound to State Road 408. There's a crash on I-95 southbound past State Road 100, blocking the right lane. Emergency crews are on the roadways there. Look out for a crash here on Orange Blossom Trail northbound before Clarkona-Ocoee Road. The roadways are getting busy this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at FAS Exteriors. Man, these guys are awesome. Father and son, that's what FAS stands for. They installed windows and doors in a couple of my homes here in Orlando over the years, and man, do they do a good job. The great thing about hiring a company like this is once you hire them, you can just kind of dust off your hands and move on to the next project. You don't have to worry about babysitting the guys at FAS. They're going to do a great job for you, and their expert team of window and door installers will make your entire project seamless, all the way from measurements to that final inspection. And they've been doing this since 2005, and they have earned their spot in Orlando as the top-rated window and door experts. They're simply awesome. Upgrade your home today with a team that delivers excellence. Visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
SeaWorld's Bands, Brews, and Barbecue is back. We've added even more flavor to SeaWorld's Summer Spectacular with Bands, Brew, and Barbecue. Savor hundreds of flavors from delicious food, refreshing cocktails, and ice-cold craft beer. Catch electrifying live concerts by top-notch acts in both country and rock. And be sure to stay for the spectacular all-new Ignite Drones and Fireworks Show. Every weeknight now through August 24th. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. And to try your shot at winning tickets and contest rules, go to realradio.fm/contest.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed.
and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids. Running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. You guys know I love a good deal, and with Sam's held over pricing on over 1,000 items for the summer, you can't lose. Everything from Igloo heavy-duty coolers to the all-beef hot dogs they sell right there at the cafe. And all the summer treats you love, like Members Mark key lime pie ice cream and Kit Kat ice cream bars. How about an inflatable outdoor movie screen? They have that as well. Enjoy all of these Sam's Club great deals. Join the club today. Sign up for a membership at samsclub.com/join.
Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Don't step to me, don't step to me, don't step to me.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? On this Monday? Finally out of the heat over here and not inside of an aircraft anymore. Anyway, yeah, can't say anything bad really about the Open Championship. And, yep, Scheffler's on the fast track for a career Grand Slam for sure, but for me it was just lacking because the Open usually comes with bad weather.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it needed to really bring the best out of that field. Aloha.
Aloha, brother. A number of people said that, by the way. Another number of golf fans said that very thing. It's, you tune in the British Open and see the wind-driven rain and guys dealing with that stuff and even par winning, and it was just beautiful the entire time, and people lit that golf course up. That's the thing that kind of kills people about British Open golf. If it doesn't rain or wind, blow any wind, they can tear those golf courses apart. And they did. All right, your 6 o'clock keyword is green, GREEN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Green, guys, that is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Ray Trentley coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to be talking about this thing with the CEO that has now resigned because of the love hug thing.
The kiss cam?
Yeah, the kiss cam thing. He's got a pretty cool take on that. We'll talk to him about that here in about 25 minutes or so. Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable for The Cosby Show, has passed away.
54 years old.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah, he was vacationing in Costa Rica. He was swimming at Playa Grande in Limon Province when he was caught in a rip current. Now, several reports said he was rescued by beachgoers who pulled him out, but by the time Costa Rican Red Cross officials or emergency services had showed up, he was showing no vital signs and was immediately taken to the morgue. Local authorities confirmed the official cause of death as asphyxia due to drowning.
Wow. Yeah,
You're on vacation with your family, dude.
And what's interesting is that he was married to actress Regina King from 2011 to 2013. He later married and had a daughter, but Warner chose not to disclose his wife or their child's name publicly, citing privacy concerns.
Right.
So apparently they're on a family vacation, gets caught in a rip current, and then the worst has happened.
Yeah, and again, the rip current thing, it's so funny. If you don't live near water and you're not used to swimming or dealing with stuff like that, you panic so easily. It's just so easy to panic because, something's happening that you have no power over. You're being dragged out to sea by an unforeseen force.
And you think your best bet is to fight back.
Your natural instinct is to fight back and claw back for that land as you kind of go farther and farther, not realizing you have no chance.
Right.
You cannot win. The best thing to do is just kind of float your way to find out where it's going to go and then fight.
Swim parallel with the shore
That's
until
right.
you get out of the rip current.
But you got to be very careful with that even.
How many times have you gone to the beach and you'll go in the water and you look up and your towel is like a mile and a half back? And you're like, wait a minute.
Man, I remember surfing during like right after or right before a hurricane in St. Augustine, and one of us had to use a chase vehicle. It was my little pickup truck at the time, so we'd swim, we'd paddle out, and by the time you'd catch maybe 2 or 3 waves and come back in, the chase vehicle, whoever stayed in at that time, would have already driven like 3 miles down the beach. I'm not exaggerating. It would be crazy for people who are up in the St. Augustine area. I could tell you where we left and where we ended up, and you would lose your mind.
Got to admit, it sounds like an exaggeration.
It's not though, man.
No.
You just
do you remember
can't
that when you go to the
miles.
beach?
Dude,
3 miles.
It seemed like 3 miles. It was quite a while.
Hey, if I was swimming or walking, I'd say, it was 3 miles.
We had to use the truck because there's no way you could walk back to the launch site. So that's the whole idea. We we had a chase vehicle. So when we would get out on our last ride, we'd hop in the back of the truck and drive all the way back as if it was a tube ride. Because it was going so fast. I mean, you just can't imagine how quickly you're moving. You could be out on your board just sitting waiting for a wave and watch the shoreline going by as if you're on a carousel. That's how fast it was going.
More and more so, I am choosing the Gulf over the ocean.
Yeah. We're planning a little beach getaway, not near New Smyrna. Not near the East Coast. We're going to the West Coast.
Yeah, it's just a more relaxing time.
Yeah. That's crazy, though, man. And I guess they tell a little story about his life and said that when he initially auditioned for the Cosby Show, he said they were looking for a 6'2", 200-pound 16-year-old.
Wow.
He'd also been recently hosting the podcast Not All Hood, which he said was one of the highlights of his career. And he always lamented that because of what had happened to Bill Cosby, of course, the Cosby Show was held up. I mean, outside
it was a gold standard.
It was
in
the
80s.
gold standard. Yeah. And he just feels like, an African-American family, a black family on TV that kind of defined the 80s has since been tarnished because of, the lead star's behavior.
And it wasn't the first show that represented an African-American family that was successful. We'd had those before, so it wasn't that. Because a lot of people try to chalk up the success of the Cosby Show just simply because they showed an African-American family being affluent, but that wasn't the case at all.
Yeah, but there was, like, Jefferson, he was kind of, let's see.
He wasn't refined.
No, he wasn't. He was kind of crude, but it was funny. I mean, that was the character, right?
Right.
Good Times, they weren't affluent. They were poor.
They lived in projects.
Right? So this was showing a successful family. They all got along, just kind of like the father's knows best kind of scenario. Yeah. It's like that.
Well, any of the other
family and the parents you would want.
Yeah. Facts of Life was like that. I mean, Drummond was a very a successful businessman. I never knew what he did. But a lot of those, I mean, white families were always shown being relatively successful. I mean,
that's the point.
But the thing is, like the first time I remember a show, well, I don't know, not the first time, because, like the Bunkers weren't swimming in it. And that was that was a very, they were very blue collar.
That was gritty.
But Roseanne, I thought when Roseanne first aired, and I, grew up in a small town, I thought Roseanne really captured what I saw in my hometown the most. That was the closest representation of a family connect that I noticed. It wasn't like all perfect. I mean, one kid was a pain in the ass. The other kid was this. The parents kind of squabbled a bunch. They really loved each other, but it wasn't always perfect. The house wasn't always perfectly clean,
Which is kind of a lot closer to most of our homes.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It represented more of what we actually were than like any other show that I remember seeing as a kid. Like, even in the old 70s shows, it was just a little too put together. Everybody's like, oh, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please, thank you. Oh, shucks. It was never any of that stuff that I heard, which was stuff whirring by my head as my dad overran and threw it at me. It didn't happen. That's not true. But that is a shame, man. 54 years old.
That's young.
It is young.
And the worst part is that, his wife and his child were there.
Yeah. That is terrible. What do you think about that? Just the context of something like that happening while you're supposed to be having a great time.
Exactly.
And spending time together as a family is unreal, man. And I'm sure we'll find out more about it. I don't know if there's any more to find out about it. He just simply drowned.
He drowned, got pulled out by a rip current. And, I know they have signs at the beaches, but do you guys know how to, I've just recently learned that purple means dangerous sea life.
Yeah, I would always just they would usually, the beaches on the East Coast that I would go to, they usually have a warning out there, they have a sandwich board,
right, with the flags
that they put up before as you're driving onto the beach that lets you know, hey, rip tides or rip currents are currently there, no pun intended. You got to be very, very careful. And the other thing is you think I'll just go out to my knees. You just don't realize how strong it is.
There was a Florida man who was caught in a rip current and drowned, and he and his wife had only gone up to their ankles.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it will knock you down and drag you out.
It will just do that. I remember we went on a mountain trip years ago, and I remember walking across this creek, And it was the end of a kayaking run, right? So at the end of the kayaking run, where you would pull out, they had a net going across, the end of the river there. So even if you kind of couldn't get out or freaked out or whatever, and it was not even probably 18 inches of water at that point, right? But what I didn't know is upstream, they had the ability to make that run a little bit more challenging, which means they would have the ability to release water into that run and make the rapids or make the run a little bit more challenging, right? Fast or whatever. But what they don't tell you is if you're not paying attention to the people that run the river down where the spill out is, where that water will also come down there, and you got to be ready to go. So what happens is they would warn you, hey, look, we're about to run this water down. So if you're out there you're out there walking around, you want to come in because this rush of water is going to be gnarly. Well, they say it's only like it adds another 6 inches. Man, I saw this dude just get rolled over like it was nothing. Right. He was my size, 6'2", 220 pounds, and it knocked him off his feet like it was a ghost. Well, just walked up and just smacked him over.
Isn't it 6 inches of water can move your vehicle?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah. And you see that all the time here.
Oh, yeah.
This flash floods, man. It just takes those cars like nothing.
Exactly.
It's like crazy.
Bye-bye.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. Don't forget, 6 o'clock keyword is green, Green. Just get to realradio.fm and send that out for your chance at $1,000. Our buddy Ray Trindley from TK Law next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic's piling up on the ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408 due to an accident getting cleared up there. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-95 southbound just past State Road 100. Move over and slow down. If you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways, you're going to be running into your typical delays throughout the area, so travel with caution tonight. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
What up, Mario Lopez here? I love me a throwback like the Staples Easy button. It's back and bringing more easy than ever. Custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. Yeah, Staples, that was easy.
With so many people moving to Florida, not only does it mean more traffic, but also more noise. And your old windows and doors probably aren't helping keep all that racket out. It's a simple fix, though. Replace them with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed windows and doors are designed to reduce outside noise, creating a quieter and more peaceful living environment. Visit their showroom off Lee Road in Winter Park. As soon as you walk inside, the outside world melts away. Here's what Absarel had to say. Very professional and correct install the first time. Renewal by Andersen is a winner. Thanks again to all. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen's summer sale. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th free, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
You know that thing called AI? Supposed to make the workplace super efficient? Well, there's something better. DI, Delicious Intelligence. It's tech that helps make work efficient and yummy. Leading the DI revolution, EasyCater, a workplace food platform that connects you to tons of favorite restaurants with tools to save time and stay on budget. Need tacos for 20? Falafel for 40? A variety of vegan breakfast sandwiches? Now that's a tasty prompt. Join the DI revolution. Order now at easycater.com.
Guys, tired of blurry vision and hassle of glasses? Well, the Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years, and they've done that with more than 65,000 successful LASIK procedures performed. And I know that firsthand. My son was one, my father-in-law was one, and I've met so many people who have had their lives changed courtesy of the Filatowski Eye Institute. And right now, you can schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's right, $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer is for a limited time, so call 800-EYE-EXAM to get started. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also will improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Summer superhero movies have us psyched. We want to be your superhero and save you from a car you hate. RC Hill to the rescue. This week at RC Hill Mitsubishi, we're having our Super Solution Sale. We're giving you up to $6,000 more for your trade based on the price of the car you pick. Stuck making payments on a car you just don't like? Our Super Solution Specialists help you escape and upgrade. Even if you got to push, pull, or tow it in, we'll give you up to $6,000 more than your car's worth and save you from stress, breakdowns, or driving a car that's just dragging you down, and get a super deal on an affordable, reliable Mitsubishi from 0% down. Is bad credit kryptonite holding you back? My Super Solution credit approval process is guaranteed to get you approved. We have hundreds of certified used cars ready to go and get up to $6,000 more than your trade's worth. But hurry, our Super Solution sale's going on right now. I'm RC Hill in DeLand and Ocala. See all my super rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Offer ends July 31st, 2025.
Looking to save some? Then contact Eustace Roofing. Right now, they are offering 10% off new roof installations now until July 31st. Invest in your home's future and get a free estimate at eustaceroofing.com.
It's the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia, where Central Florida's largest Kia inventory is tariff-free and marked down thousands off MSRP. Make your summer extra hot in a new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for just $119 a month, 24 months, $36.25 due at signing, and zero security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants to KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 8/15/25.
There's still time to enjoy locked-in summer value at Sam's Club. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. This is the perfect time to join Sam's Club and make the most of summer. So sign up for a membership today at samsclub.com/join.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Reese Impact Windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey, how's it? Oh no, gotta chime in on that because as a surfer growing up in Florida, yeah, when you get those big storms or sometimes swells, there's so much current moving down the beach. We had to do the same thing growing up, surfing New Smyrna Beach Inlet.
Yep.
It was not uncommon at all for somebody to drive down, pick everybody up, back to the inlet, whatever it was. But it happens, man, and you cover a long distance quickly.
You don't realize it. You
Aloha.
Do. Aloha, brother. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. 6 o'clock keyword is green, Green. You know what to do. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Every Monday around 6:20 or so, this guy just kind of wanders in off the streets.
Sharp dress, though.
This guy, I don't know. I don't get it. Just wanders in off the streets aimlessly. We grab that big hook they use at the Gong Show. We wrap it around his waist and drag him in here to talk about law. You guys give it up good and loud. He runs TK Law. Offices right there in Altamont Springs. OneFirmForLife.com for Mr. Ray Trinley.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
You know, one of these days you guys are going to figure it out and change the locks. But until that happens, I'm going to keep showing up.
We got a law vagrant in here. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, doing good, man. How was your weekend?
It was my wife's birthday this weekend.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I love my wife. She knows me so well. She just wanted a chill weekend at home. So we did kind of a staycation thing. So it was real nice.
Yeah, that's good.
What do you mean? You sent the kids away?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't my birthday. It was her birthday. She wanted to be surrounded by the kids.
A married staycation is this. Wife doesn't do anything. The wife sits on the couch and watches TV. You cook meals. You take care of the kids. You handle. That's a staycation for a woman with 3 kids.
Yeah, except for this morning. You know, I got dressed and I'm getting ready to walk out of the house. You know, it's the day after her birthday, so her birthday weekend is over. I go over to kiss all my kids. They're all eating breakfast together, and I go over to kiss them all on the forehead. And then my daughter is like gathering up like every napkin tissue that she can gather. And I'm like, what's happened? She's like, I spilled my cereal. And I was like, all right, we'll go get a paper towel, you know, get it all up, and then get a wet paper towel and a Lysol wipe and clean it up. And so she's going to do that. And then as I'm getting to the front door, my son says, oh, no, I spilled my cereal too.
Oh, no.
And so I just popped my head into the bedroom and said, hey, babe, you might want to go help the kids clean up the cereal.
My God, did you really do that?
And then I ran away.
It
is no longer birthday weekend.
You are the worst.
It was pretty bad. I'm sure I'll pay for it tonight.
You are the worst.
You know, I did what I could. I gave them the instruction. I've taught them all the rules.
I did what I could. I love it. I gave them everything I got.
Were you late for a deposition or something?
I did have court this morning.
Okay. Honey, I got court.
Yeah, that excuse doesn't go as well as you think it would.
Yeah. You just say Matlock.
Two things that excuse doesn't work for: cops and wives.
Yeah.
Neither of them care.
They don't like that, do they?
That's right.
You're still getting that ticket, dog.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Don't get the ticket. But.
So this is a very interesting case. This whole thing with this the Coldplay,
the kiss cam.
The kiss cam thing is.
Oh man,
it's so great. You know what's so funny is like. It was the hottest thing. Then all the memes and everybody, even minor league baseball, mascots were doing the whole.
Did you watch the Phillies?
I was going to say the Phillies mascots. I have that bookmarked on my Twitter. It was hilarious. Sports Center opened their broadcast this weekend, recreating it. It made it as far as Thailand.
Yeah.
It's been seen around the world.
It's crazy how viral. I think maybe one of the most viral moments of the year. To be honest with you, is this thing. It is completely insane. The guy obviously now has resigned from his position. I believe they're opening a formal investigation because of her job, right? Her being HR?
Yeah, so they both have been let go, and he's already been replaced. There's already a new CEO.
Yeah, a co-founder, I think. Yeah, and their chief product officer.
Right.
Now, I mean, I'm going to ask a stupid question. Okay, I like doing this occasionally.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Why? I mean, real quick.
Why the kiss cam?
No, why would he resign? Okay, it doesn't really affect his ability to manage the company. I mean, they obviously did something wrong. There's going to be fallout for him personally and her personally as well. But
their judgment.
And I understand that, but I mean, this happens with CEOs all the time. I mean, why is it just because of this video is the reason why this is being handled like this?
Well, I think you got a couple of elements in this case that makes it unique. One, you probably have a strong anti-fraternization policy that says CEOs should not be having relationships with people underneath them.
Including your HR director.
Huge liability for the company.
Really?
Right? And so...
explain that, please, if you don't mind. Why is that a huge liability for the company?
I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship that ended, but sometimes they end messy.
Okay. Yeah.
And what ends up happening, right, is that person says they felt coerced,
Oh, there you go.
controlled.
I gotcha.
They were powerless. This person had all the power. The dynamics aren't even.
Sensitive information come into play there as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's so much risk, right, for that relationship to end and it to backfire on the company, that the easiest, best move for any company in this situation is to let the person go because it's cheaper. You give them I don't know what his business is. I've heard how much he apparently is worth.
Like $50 million a year in his salary.
But I don't
Get
know.
out of here. Are you kidding?
He's the CEO of Astronomer. It's one of
It's a $1 billion valuation.
Who heard of Astronomer before a week
Not
ago?
a word.
None of us.
I thought that's what he did. I'm going to be honest
He
with you.
was
When I heard that,
astronomer?
I thought that's what he was.
You're not. I had the exact same feeling.
Yeah, I didn't
was
know.
like, who's this famous astronomer?
Yeah, exactly. And how do people recognize this guy? He looks at stars.
So, I was right there with you. But yeah, so I don't know how much his interest in the business is, but I saw the business is worth $1 billion with a B.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, conceptually, the additional reason why he needs to step down is
growth of the company?
Well, I think from an investor standpoint, right? If let's say he's a 50% owner, and I don't know that to be correct, but let's say he's a 50% owner. Well, guess who's now going to become a 25% owner?
Yeah.
His wife.
Right.
Who instantly went on social media, changed her name, marked everything as private.
Yeah. Deleted her Facebook.
And so the smartest thing for the company to do at this point is buy him his interest in the company. Let him then deal with the fallout of whatever that means.
Let me ask you.
Her situation, she and her husband, who's also a CEO of a rum company, she sits on
Privateer Rum.
Privateer Rum. She also sits on the board of that. They just recently purchased a $2.2 million home.
That sounds little for them.
In the Northeast.
Yeah,
so they're talking about her penchant for CEOs now.
From what I read, because I'm always curious, right? As a family law lawyer, you always see these stories and you're like, the guy did this, the guy did that. He's going to be paying alimony. I was always immediately curious. I'm like, let me learn more about this woman.
Right.
And so her husband is also billionaire. His family is one of the founding families of Boston. This Privateer Rum apparently is huge, which I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I assume they make good rum. And
know what they make is good margin.
Fair point.
Because liquor's cheap to make.
Fair point. But like Robert Kraft and this guy are in the same circles.
Oh wow.
So it's interesting the dynamics there too.
Does it affect your exit package if something like this happens? I know that would be
Sure.
that would be like an amendment in your contract or some kind of clause or whatever, that if something happens like this where it causes a great embarrassment, whereas you may have a giant parachute package where you get a $20 million exit fee and you get to stay on as a consultant for 4 or 5 years or whatever.
Right.
This definitely would affect something like that.
Yeah, I've never seen an executive contract that doesn't have some level of
moral clause
where if you do one of these types of actions, and they're always more generic than you want them to be. But here's what's worse, right? So Jim, let's just assume he does have this really nice golden parachute that he gets to ride out on. He's got zero leverage to push back on them.
Right.
Whatever they're going to offer him, he has to take. Right, he can't spend years battling his company while he's losing half of his stuff.
Yeah, because of the clause. Like, even if he had the clause, you think to yourself, well, there's enough money there to put up a fight.
Right.
And I guess he must have been a relatively effective CEO while there.
I mean, look at the job he's doing in marketing the company now. Everybody knows the company's name.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But not for the good reasons.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, is there any, obviously there's no liability to the stadium for doing that because they were just kind of random there. And it is kind of weird how Chris Martin kind of pointed it out and really made a thing of it. I thought that was a little bizarre.
It almost seemed planned, right?
It did. It was kind of weird.
Apparently there's some history to that, though. They showed secret...
At the kiss cam?
Well, not the kiss cam, but I saw social media over the weekend talked about various Coldplay concerts. One at the Sphere, they put up a screenshot of the the 100 guests that had been invited to Diddy's concerts.
Damn, dude, are you serious?
Including photos, and it had like the seal of the district attorney's office. Another concert they put up on the jumbotron.
This guy Chris Martin's a bitch.
5 prisons in China that the world didn't know about before. So they've put out a statement now. Their first show since this happened, they alerted the crowd. Okay, we're gonna put you guys on camera now. So if you haven't done your makeup, now would be the time to do your makeup.
Well, I saw a
go ahead.
I saw a meme online where apparently The Simpsons predicted a kiss cam affair.
Somebody said that just a second ago on the texting service.
And I watched the little clip of it. I was like, man, The Simpsons are always ahead of it.
I know.
But here's what makes this case unique and interesting. It doesn't have to be a viral moment like this where somebody gets caught in the kiss cam and everybody in the world knows about it and sees it. Not everybody, but people who get caught in affairs, there's always little pieces of evidence, whether it's a text message, a picture. And one of the things I want people to take away from this is, one, understanding how powerful and how much you can leverage reputation in your community, right? People think that everything is a dollar for dollar value. It's not. When your reputation and your ego is everything, that becomes the most valuable part of any negotiation.
Right.
And so, making sure that you're saving that information, whether you're screenshotting it or you're recording it, and then you save it and back it up somewhere, like in the cloud or somewhere else where somebody doesn't have access to it. I can't tell you. I probably have 6 cases right now where videos of affairs are happening. And somebody gets access to that person's phone. I don't know how. I don't ask.
Right. Yeah.
That immediately they need to save those pictures of those videos, because that becomes a lot of leverage in one of these cases.
I just read the Christy Brinkley story. I mean, she wrote that book about her life. I forget what the name of it is, but she talks about how she found out that her husband was having an affair. Did you hear about this story?
No.
Is that the architect, right?
She was married to the architect. I guess they're at an event or something like that, and a guy walks up and says, I think he was a cop, if I remember. I think he said, he goes, I'm a cop for this department, and I know that your husband is having an affair with an 18-year-old girl.
Oh.
And he goes, I know that because it's my daughter.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
And Christy Brinkley at that point looked at her husband, and then, of course, it was done at that time. And then basically, he gave her an entire treasure trove of correspondence that he had intercepted between Christy Brinkley's husband and his daughter, who was like 18 or 19 at the time, from her computer. Oh. And apparently, he brought it over, and Christy Brinkley and her friend stood around and looked at it. It was just the most sordid stuff you could ever imagine from a Brinkley's
got to be 60s.
Brinkley's 71. I think he's in his late 60s. Like I think he's 67 or 68, and she's 18. So there's a 50-year difference in the age. And they said they sat around, intermittently crying and laughing all at the same time over all this stuff.
Wow. Well, and I mean, that's a whole nother level of, gut punch that would go on there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true. And it's not that means that this is unlimited leverage that you can now say and do whatever you want. But it's important to recognize that information is valuable. And where this really ties into the law is in 2023, when Florida eliminated permanent alimony, the other thing it did is it clarified that the court can consider the adultery of a party in awarding alimony.
Which is really crazy because it was never like that before.
It was not like that before.
And you and I have had so many conversations about this, Ray, how patently unfair that was to both parties for this record. It wasn't like a man to a woman or woman to a man thing. Like you and I have very passionate conversations about how is that the case? How is infidelity one of the things that breaks up marriages? It's considered one of the if there are deadly sins in a marriage, infidelity has to be number one. And yet it's not applicable in the law when it comes to dividing an estate. To seem completely asinine.
Yeah, and now the court can consider it. And we still don't have a lot of guidance on what that means, because the law just changed.
Yeah, considering it doesn't really set me at considering just means it's up to the whim of the judge.
Or the
evidence.
So I mean, the judge can consider the adultery in determining alimony, and I think it's exactly what you and I talked about in the past, right? If you are the recipient of alimony and your spouse cheated, right? That's something that the court can consider in factoring into how much alimony. Maybe it's on the higher end of the amount or a higher end of the duration because of that.
Also, it doesn't have something to do with how much money or how the person that was cheating spent on the other person or something like that?
Right. Well, that's a whole separate concept.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's marital waste component, right? Which is, if I bought you that Tiffany necklace you always wanted, Jim, and I took that money from a joint bank account with my wife.
Right.
Like, that's money that my wife could be able to recoup through marital waste argument. But, I also think the flip side's also true, right? Like, if you're the person who's got to pay the alimony, but the other person had an affair, I think that the court can consider that too, because the legislature didn't clarify, says that's not an example.
Crazy.
So,
and that's just based on how well the lawyer can argue that then, right?
Well, I had a case that we actually just settled in mediation on Friday where that was one of the issues. And I was like, oh, I really don't want this case to go to trial, but I really want to argue this issue. But the client...
I don't have time, but I got to know.
But the client got a really, exceptionally good outcome, and I'll explain more details once the final judgment's entered and it can't be undone.
Is that just from the threat of it? In other words, just from the threat of this has that much kind of leverage?
Absolutely.
Yeah, wow, I bet.
And the other attorney knew that I was chomping at the bit to raise this in court. I was like, oh, man, I'm going to hammer your client.
That's not what you were thinking.
You never know. But it's a really interesting issue in the law, and I think that it would be not surprising to me if things don't go very quickly from Andy. Yeah. What's his last name? The
Jones?
CEO.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy Byron.
Yeah,
Byron. Thank you. That Andy Byron just goes completely silent and resolves this as quietly as possible with whatever package he receives as his buyout, because you don't want this thing being a long, drawn-out public spectacle if you're him.
I'm guessing not. I do want to ask you one quick thing about what's happening down in Palm Beach. I'm not going to put you on blast for politics or anything like that. I just want to know the procedural thing about uncapping a grand jury
verdict,
or the notes or whatever. I mean, because that's what's being threatened now with the Jeffrey Epstein case. And I just want people to understand kind of what that means and what it doesn't mean, because obviously one of the big pushes is we want to see it all. Now, obviously with the pressure on, they're like, well, just, release the grand jury indictment or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But I've also heard that grand jury indictment's definitely not going to feed the meat to what people are really looking for when it comes to this. What does that actually mean?
Yeah. So one, there's enough facts that establish a claim, but it's not going to be every fact, right? You're not going to get the client list or whatever it's called.
No audio, no video, no names, no places, no phone numbers, nothing like that.
But it's going to take a federal court order to be able to undo this.
Which is not easy, right? Because this usually never happens with a grand jury indictment.
A part of the whole process, right, is we don't want it to become public. That's the whole reason we do this. But we also don't want to put it in the hands of one prosecutor or one state attorney who is going to make a decision maybe on a whim. And so the whole part of the grand jury process is that it is kept confidential, especially if they don't indict. But, I mean, as far as what it's going to look like, I'd imagine it's going to be something fairly generic as to what the allegations are. So if the allegations are trafficking, on or around this time, this is what, he did or didn't do as alleged by this person.
What's interesting to me about the entire case, Ray, is when you get up there on the podium and you say we have thousands of this, hundreds of girls were abused or whatever, you're like, oh, wow, for one dude.
Yeah.
So one dude did that. So I think most people are looking for the grand jury indictment to show whether or not there were multiple clients, because that's when things get very interesting. Because as of right now, theoretically, there's no other client other than Epstein. There have been no other clients. Right. That's kind of what people are thinking. Like, wow, you're going to traffic thousands of girls with thousands of videos and hundreds of pictures and all this other stuff, but yet it's just one guy. So I find that very interesting, and I think that's what people are looking
plausible,
to see.
Does it?
It does not at all.
No.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. The great Ray Trenley, onefirmforlife.com. That's TK Law, by the way. Offices right there in Altamont Springs. Deb, what do we have for you? Heard it here first.
A Delta flight to North Dakota avoids a B-52. Dog the Bounty Hunter's family mourns the loss of his step-grandson and America's most ordered ice cream. We'll talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
You got it. Don't forget it, guys. Green is your 6 o'clock keyword. That's GREEN. Got about 10 minutes or so to get over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this Monday, we've got a real hot one on the way. I know it's July here in Florida. It's like complaining about snow in Alaska, but it's going to be a little hotter than normal yet. And that means we'll top out at 95, but the feels like temp, the heat index, 110. Now, there's going to be a 60% chance for a dinnertime thunderstorm. And then tomorrow through the middle of the week, the weather story changes from heat to rain with an 80% chance for soaking storms through Wednesday.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. Look here, man. If you're in the real estate world out there, you're looking to sell your home, don't you want to make the most money possible? Well, the Nickley Group does as well. And on average, they get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors. And wouldn't you like to sell that house pretty quickly so you can get your money and move on to the next stage of your life? Well, you're lucky because the Nickley Group sells their homes twice as fast as their competitors. You get it. You see a pattern forming here? They're really good at what they do. And really, to be honest with you, if you just ask other realtors in Central Florida, they'll tell you this is an elite group of realtors that really knows this market inside and out. And if you are a buyer out there, you're looking for a place, maybe you want to upgrade or maybe even downgrade because you've moved on, your kids are out, you want to just get a new place. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is even close to checking all the boxes that Central Florida has to offer like the Nickley Group. Look, man, they even have a program that buyers can get in the houses that aren't even listed yet. And that's just one of their VIP situations there. Free appraisals, free home warranties. They even get you free moving trucks and supplies. They can even get you a guaranteed cash offer where you don't deal with any of that. You just get your money and move on. And that closes in just 14 days. Just hop on board with these guys. You'll love doing business with them. It's the Nickley Group. That's the NickleyGroup.com. NICKLEY Group.com.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
Did you know that every diamond at International Diamond Center is over 1 billion years old? That's before dinosaurs, even before some of the stars in the sky. These elusive stones were originally formed miles beneath the Earth's surface, each one born in a volcanic explosion, yet kept hidden for generations. It's a fact that for every 1 carat diamond at International Diamond Center, trained miners blasted through over 200 tons of rock, and skilled experts sifted through the rubble to find the highly sought-after rough diamonds. Then expert cutters spend untold hours shaping and polishing each stone, unlocking its beauty and fire and brilliance. From the hands of the craftsman direct to you, these magical stones are your piece of eternity. Precious, rare, unique, indestructible, and treasured all over the world. Oh, and the unbeatable prices at International Diamond Center? They're just a bonus. International Diamond Center. Uncompromising quality, unimaginable value. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millenia, and Waterford Lakes.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Hey, fellas, Russ Rollins here. Man, I feel so much better now that I got my testosterone all under control thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Listen, if you have, low T, you can start for free now with Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, they're going to waive the startup fee. How cool is that? Listen, you'll gain muscle, lose fat, and lose that dad bod with testosterone from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Guys, real testosterone is available only by prescription, so go to Red Mountain Weight Loss to get yours. If you feel sluggish, if you lose focus all the time, if you have trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. Truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. That's terrible. Listen, they can help you with that. Increase your testosterone, have more energy, build muscle mass, and you're going to sleep a whole lot better. It improves your mental focus, also improve your sex drive. That's a game changer. It really is. Save $200 for a limited time and start your testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or hit pound 250 from your cell phone and say the keyword Red Mountain.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Oh, yeah. Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. So that we will do right here on Real Radio tomorrow morning. The Monsters in the Morning resume at 6 a.m. And El Loco Angel will be back updating you on his time off and his weekend, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Expect Detective Barb to be by as well. Plus, your chance to win $1,000 resumes tomorrow at 9 a.m. Look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yep.
Ray Trentley joins us on Mondays. We love Ray's visit. One of my favorite days of the week. Love talking to Ray.
That's why you like Mondays better than... All right.
You can find him at TK Law. That's onefirmforlife.com. Offices are right there in Orlando. Handles all kinds of fun legal stuff, whether it be planning your estate, which you probably need to do because you never know. Malcolm Jamal Warner just was going for a swim today. You never know what can happen.
Never know.
I don't mean to use that as a jumping point, but that's just how quick it can happen, and that's how quickly your family can get thrown into turmoil when plans aren't made.
It's exactly what that's the thought that came to my mind when I was talking about planning your family's future.
I'm serious, man.
Because you have
no idea.
And you can always say, oh, I'll do it later. Well, you're not guaranteed later.
You really have no idea. And I'm going to tell you, I hear the nightmare stories from Ray. I heard nightmare stories from other people about estates being wrapped up. Hell, there's one going on right now, a giant story of a super famous person dying with, Jimmy Buffett's estate is actually in kind of flux right now as well. So it happens to the best of us, but you do have an opportunity. OneFirmForLife.com, these guys can do that for you.
That's where I went to protect the Bradshaw estate.
There you go, Jack. I love that. All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
An investigation is underway after a Delta regional jet bound for North Dakota had to make, quote, an aggressive maneuver, end quote, to avoid a mid-air collision with a B-52 bomber last Friday. Monica Green, who was on the flight, recorded this audio of the pilot explaining what happened to passengers.
Sorry about the aggressive maneuver. It caught me by surprise. This is not normal at all. And thank you for understanding. It was kind of not a fun day at work.
Definitely not something you want to hear your pilot saying. Now, it's unclear just how close the two aircraft got from each other, but that pilot or that passenger says that the pilot made an aggressive move. She looked out the window and all she saw was grass. SkyWest, which operated the flight, is also looking into the incident. Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota is home to a fleet of B-52s. You know, those really small airplanes?
I'm curious as to, who's at fault here, because the pilot was almost sheepish, right? He was kind of like, hey, I'm sorry about that. Had to, it's almost like he was kind of taking blame.
Like the B-52 pilot or the commercial pilot?
The commercial pilot.
Oh.
Well, actually, what had happened was the B-52 had made a flyover of the North Dakota Fair on Friday evening. It had been cleared to do that when apparently it made another maneuver, like a go-around, and then realized it was in the path of another oncoming.
Right. So that would
be the B-52 pilot.
The B-52's at fault. Yeah,
exactly.
But the commercial pilot, he was just like, the way he was apologizing,
please don't sue us.
Yeah, like he was taking blame for it, and really, he's like, "Hey, I'm a damn hero here," is what he should be saying.
He needs you on his next flight, Bradshaw. All right, a tragic incident in Naples over the weekend has claimed the life of Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman's 13-year-old step-grandson. Authorities in Collier County say the boy was allegedly shot by his father. Chapman's stepson, Gregory Zecca. Zecca is the son of Chapman's current wife, Francie. No arrests have been made and the investigation is ongoing. The Chapman family is asking for privacy as they grieve the loss on Florida's southwest coast.
When they make the movie of that guy's life, I will be in seat one. It's so much. When you go and look at Chapman's life, going back in the day when he was just a real bounty hunter before the TV thing hit, it is, man, this guy has had a ride. It is a lot.
He's lived a couple different lives.
Yes. It is a lot.
And then finally, this flavor is still America's favorite.
Vanilla.
Well, yeah, it's vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
You love vanilla, right, Jack?
I do. It's now my second favorite.
All right.
Oh, your second.
What's your first favorite?
It's the best.
Well, Jack.
Here we go.
It is, without a doubt, the best ice cream I've ever had.
This is where
even Jimmy can't lose his mind on this one until he tries it.
This is where he really shows off the Skechers.
Yep.
It is Twix.
Oh, God, that's a good one, Jack.
That is a good one. I haven't had that one yet.
That's a good one, Jack.
All right. It's so good.
Well, data from Instacart shows that vanilla was the most ordered ice cream flavor on the platform in summer 2024. It also topped the list for summer 2023.
Okay.
Figures show vanilla made up 27% of all ice cream sales last summer. Chocolate and cookies and cream made the second and third on the list.
And the reason why is vanilla is like a canvas.
You can put stuff
do anything with
it.
Well, either way, you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show. And don't get mad at me just because you couldn't get mad at him.
Just tell us who you have to thank today.
Are you going to go home and play Little Kitty Big City?
Oh, my God. I'm going to go home and stick my face in a bottle of bourbon.
That sounds like a good Monday.
Yeah,
That's a Monday, dude.
On a Monday.
You guys come over. I got a bunch.
Okay, I think we're all going to be doing that on a Monday. First person we want to thank is the friendliest attorney, Ray Trendley from TK Law.
This
Yay!
Handsome and smart.
OneFirmForLife.com. Also want to thank Jaden, our gamer, for Jimmy Does Joysticks.
Great segment today, by the way. I'm really looking forward to that entire segment every other week.
Also, we want to thank Brandon Kravis from 96.9 The Game, just in case you missed him talking about his first mani-pedi experience. Oh, and sports.
Yeah.
His podcast has already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. Seminole County Emergency Manager Alan Harris And last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that, Jack. Question of the day.
And we go to our YouTube chat where we posted, are you signed up to receive emergency alerts from your city or county?
15% say yes.
58% said yes.
Wow, that is awesome.
Smartest audience.
I still need to make sure that I do that.
Smartest audience out
You
there
don't
by a
have it?
million. Get out of here.
I don't think I've signed up with
You
Lake
guys are
County
the
because
greatest.
for emergencies, we're here.
That's fair.
So I never think to download it.
You know what? I'll never bet against you guys again. I bet against you that time. I'm never going to do it again until tomorrow.
Do not believe him.
Exactly. He's lying.
Ray, always good seeing you, buddy.
Good to see you guys.
Have a good week for sure. Ray's got a busy week in court this week, so if you see him, give him a high five.
Good luck, Ray.
Or a hug.
Or
Whatever.
a hug. Yeah.
Aw.
Soft hug. Tiny pat. On behalf of Deb and Jack and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Monday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, shut up.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show, The Goods. Both are available free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.